Okay, it looks like it might be working now. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Sorry to whoever showed up and the thing wasn't working. StreamYards isn't working. My camera decided to stop working, so that was it. So it looks like I'm just talking to myself right now. More Matt here behind me. So threw up some spider webs, trying to make it look a little bit more festive. Let me take this down so you can see my backdrop better. So I've got a new backdrop. So there is that. Turn to crap. Take that down. Okay. So one person's here. It's probably Mrs. Hopfrog. Hello, if that's you. Unless it's myself watching. I tried to do. I don't have access to any features on my YouTube now. What? This thing's just acting up again and again. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Let's see if I can write something in the chat. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I can see writing now. Hello to people that are here. Oh, finally got the thing working. There you go. Yeah, it's been a while. I've just been busy, and just today, hit StreamYard, tested out the other day. Everything's working fine, and then decided it didn't want to work. Couldn't find the stream key. Everything that was going on was just not happening. So this guy, I didn't even have him on. I was going to have him on too. He flies around. Oh, so scary. When he comes and beats you up. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. Just moved and just busy doing stuff. I had a thing set up here to make fog. I bought some dry ice and made a fogger, and that worked for about 2 minutes, and then that decided it didn't want to work. So yeah, it's it's been fun. It's been fun. Yeah, it's been a while since I've streamed. I had things I was gonna do, and I was gonna dress up and everything, but then things just kind of started falling apart. So I wasn't even sure if this was even gonna work. Going just live directly off YouTube tonight, but it looks like it is working. So it's good to see you, Rujix. Yeah, it's been. I think the last time I streamed once since we moved, and I think it was sometime last year and sometimes the year before that. Okay, it's working good because last night when I was trying to do StreamYards, it kept freezing up and it was buffering, and then I put some extra lights on thinking that would help with the camera. And okay, that's good to know it's working fine. It wasn't working earlier, and I was just like, oh man, come on. Don't be doing this to me. I never stream, and then I go to decide to stream, and this is what I get. Yeah, let me grab this bucket real quick. Hold on. Okay. Let's see what's junk in the background. I got a very small area where I'm working in now, as you can see. I got to straighten some of this stuff out tomorrow. Give myself a bigger area to work in, I think. So, anyways, I saw this guy online. He made a fogger bucket. Hello, Jack. So this is a Home Depot bucket with a fan in it. And I have a regular fog machine, but they say don't use those indoors because they sting and stuff. So he said, you probably can hear it. I got some dry ice and a little bit of water in this thing, and it worked pretty well for, like I said, about 2 minutes. see if I can reactivate the ice with this bit of water I have here still. There we go. Oh, this looks like it's working again. There we go. And put the fan on this thing. And turn the fan on, and I'll show you how it works. Is this the on? There we go. Oh, come on. Don't be doing this. There we go. Yeah, I had the hot water. It was going really good, and then just decided to stop. So, yeah, it was a fun attempt. I think next time I do something, I'll do it outside and just run my regular fog machine. But it's still going a little bit. There we go. Maybe if I move it around so I can get the idea. So there you go. So scary, right? Oh boy. All right. So how's everybody been? It's been a while since I've seen everybody around. Been hopping to some streams, not a lot. Just like I said, I've been moving stuff around here and changed out this. Had the Harry Potter one, changed this one out for tonight. Cemetery background. Get the bat that beats you up. So yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, we've been good. Jen's not feeling too good tonight, so that's another thing kind of has me not really too into this, but hopefully she'll be feeling better tomorrow. Just ups and downs of chronic illness, unfortunately. But yeah, I was, like I said, I was going to have StreamYards going and do some things and share some pictures of stuff, and and it just didn't work out. That's life. I even got my Mike Myers Halloween shirt on. Had my bucket of wigs and costumes and stuff. I had standby ready to go. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope she has a better day. So with all the stuff she has going on with her, she has days that are manageable and days that are not good, and just lays her out pretty well. So that's kind of where she's at right now. Yeah, Mike Myers. Funny thing about Mike Myers, and Jack probably knows this already. When John Carpenter made the film, he was trying to find a mask that would just be kind of a character with no expressions or anything. And they actually, make a long story short, they found a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask in like a secondhand shop. And one of the guys who was in charge of production bought the mask, brought it back, scuffed it up, painted it, and messed up the hair. And that's the iconic look we have now. And the mask has been kind of changed a little bit over the many Halloween movies. I mean, I've only seen the first 3. After that, I kind of go, all right, it's the same story. Kind of lost interest. So, but yeah, I was gonna show some pictures of some cool Ben Cooper costumes. You guys remember having Ben Cooper costumes back in the day? Have a little plastic mask that you can barely see through. Smells like really strong vinyl formaldehyde smell. And then you had a poncho that you'd put on Sometimes it was like a one-piece suit that was the pants and the shirt were made together out of this plastic stuff. It's always better when you have, like, I don't know. I like StreamYards better because you can have more interaction and stuff. So thank you for that, Dr. Rick. Yeah. She's had a lot of stuff going on. So the bat's pretty cool. We've had him for a while. He came from Spirit Halloween. Okay. He starts off spinning and then he gets in a big circle. And if you give him enough line, he's just hanging by fishing line from the ceiling. Goes, ow. He's gonna beat me up here. Ow. But if you give him enough line, supposedly he can fly in about a 6 foot, like a 6 foot diameter, just all the way around, which is pretty cool. We gotta actually have 2 of these, so maybe we should hook them up sometime, see if they'll dogfight or something. That'd be cool. That would be very cool. But anyways, like I was saying, we're talking about, I mentioned the Ben Cooper masks and stuff. I stopped at Walmart on the way home because I was trying to find something that I could kind of demonstrate what I was talking about in case people didn't know what exactly I meant by the old plastic mask you could barely see through. So I got these. These are paper Spider-Man masks. And they're paper. Look at the size of the eye holes in this thing. The eye holes are big. The eye holes before and the other ones, they were, let me see if I can show you how big they were. Yeah. Used to go to the grocery store and you could buy them like years and years ago. But the eye holes are originally were like that big. So the kids could barely see. You had one eye you could usually see out of really well, and the other one would be kind of like you kind of see. You kind of move your head in the mask, and you have a little tiny slit, kind of like, well, that's for your nose right there, I guess. But you have a little tiny slit for your mouth to breathe through, and it's not like you're hyperventilating even when you aren't. It's like, and they gave you the Ben Cooper costume. Like I said, sometimes it was like a poncho. Sometimes it was like a plastic paper suit. So I figured it was kind of made out of the same material as this. This is just a party tablecloth. But I figured, hey, since we're here, we could make our own Ben Cooper costume. All right. So how do we do that? I don't know. I should know because I'm the one doing this, right? Okay, gotta find the middle of this thing first. I always have instructional videos, don't I? I show you how things don't work. Tried to make a fogger and that it kind of worked. I should have put hotter water, but I was worried about the bucket giving way. Wasn't sure how much extreme temperatures, if any, it could handle. Okay. Open this up some. This is actually about the equivalent of the thickness of the, you can kind of see my hand through there. The ponchos weren't very thick. So if you lived in California like I did most of my life, it wasn't too bad because even in October, it's still kind of warm. We're having some really incredibly warm days today. But if you're in the Midwest, usually you had to put, or the South, or somewhere other than California, usually be kind of cold, sometimes rainy. So you're out there with your Ben Cooper costume, hiding underneath your parka, or at least a sweatshirt or a sweater of some type. I found what should be close enough to the middle. I don't know where my scissors are right now, so we'll just make a hole for the head. Head goes through here like so. And yeah, the Ben Coopers actually had a better hole cut into them. And this is kind of about how it was. You had a plastic mask, that was held on by a bit of a elastic string that was stapled into the thing, kind of like how this one is here. So you're kind of going around trick or treat, can't see where you're going, tripping over stuff as a kid, and then it just looks like I'm some kid wearing a red party tablecloth. So we got to fix that, right? So let's see what we can do. I remember they used to call Spider-Man the Amazing Spider-Man. That's how old I am. I remember they used to call it the Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm down to one viewer now. I'm back up to 2. Oh, there we go. This is probably my worst stream, but thank you for whoever's still hanging out. All right. This is not working. This is not working at all. All right. All right, let's do this. It has. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is a fun stream, right? This is great, riveting content right here. Okay, so rather than looking like I'm some kid with just a tablecloth, I actually waited till the last minute. Then all the Ben Cooper costumes were sold out. So you can see it's kind of thin. You can see Mike Myers still shining through, but it says the Amazing Spider-Man, and they'd always have like that didn't go out very well at all. They'd always have like webs drawn on it and a very badly, crudely drawing picture of Spider-Man, kind of silk screened, and it was all blurry and stuff. But you didn't care. You're there. You're having fun. You're hanging out with your friends. You hoped you guys didn't show up as the same character. Usually, you guys would work it out ahead of time. And you wanted to make sure. Thank you all for allowing me to bore you. Exactly. So put this off to the side. But you'd always try to work it out with your friends and make sure you guys weren't the same exact character, because you can't have 2 Hulks at the same place, or 2 Batman, or 2 Spider-Man, or 2 whatever. Aquaman didn't matter because it didn't really matter, because he would just talk to fish. It's all he could do was talk to fish. Yep. So hold on a quick second. So that's Zoran used to say, sorry for bugging you. Hope I'm not bugging you. Yeah, I had some ideas for different things and stuff. But yeah, like getting back to the Ben Cooper, I had a few of those, and I'm sure a lot of us did. My favorite one of the Ben Coopers was the Sleestaks. And I told Jen about the Ben Cooper costumes. She never had one. The reason she never had one is because her mom could sew very, very well, and Jen also did too. So needless to say, our son never had a Ben Cooper costume. He had a genuine homemade costume. Bugs. Bugs Life. Yep. Creepy crawlies. So yeah, he always had really good costumes that were made. He was Dino, like when he's in elementary school, he was Dino and had a big stuffed head. And I wish I could share the pictures. I have them on my Facebook, but I can't share them because of StreamYards. Yeah, he was a troll one year. He actually won award a contest, some local shops years ago, and he was a troll. So, but anyways, not to win contests, it's just have fun, hang out with your friends, do fun stuff. We used to do games for the kids and stuff at my friend's church, and we had a game that was like a big block of cheese with real mouse traps, and the kids would try to set the beanbags into the traps, and I got my fingers cut in that a few times. We had a giant scarecrow where you knock the crows off the scarecrow. We had a bunch of fun stuff. Halloween's just supposed to be about hanging out, having fun, not getting sick, eating too much candy and stuff, and hanging out with your friends and doing stuff. Hello, Nurse Ratchet. Boo, it's so scary. I got my scary bat. I'm not sure what his name is. There we go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Svengooly's got nothing on me, right? Oh, happy Halloween to you as well. Yeah. Some people thought I was streaming the day after Halloween. I was streaming Halloween. I wanted to do this on StreamYards and kind of talk to some people in different things and stuff, and get a chance to get caught up with things. Fortunately, that didn't work. There's always next time, and I decided not to go midnight because I know some people do work on Saturdays, and that's kind of asking a lot from people sometimes to do the marathon stream. So I'll just do this for like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. See, thank you for letting me bore you, as Warren would say. Yes. But yeah, I just figured I'd do this for a while, just talk about some Halloween memories and some different things. And yes, I do have my fidget spinner. I found it recently, so I can put my ADHD at bay. Oh, today was moving day. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thanks for coming up here. Yeah. Hopefully everything went fine with the move, and hopefully nothing got broken, and you'll find stuff for the next couple weeks, if not right away. The bat, yeah, you like the bat? He's pretty cool. They have them at Spirit Halloween. They're like $15. They take 2 AA batteries. We've got 2 of these. We did I think I sent some pictures to you. Oh, it's pouring there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've got a mannequin in our window facing outside. I have the lightning that I usually have when I do these things shining on here, making noise. It's actually in the other room shining out the window, and there's a guy and he's got a bat, and the bat that he has there just kind of goes like this, spins in a circle, flapping his wings. This guy is like majorly abusive. Slap me in the face. They're both doing well. Mrs. Frog, like I was sharing earlier, just her ongoing thing. She's feeling really bad, stomach issues and whatnot, and she's laying in bed, and just her arthritis is still really, really bad, but she's trying to hang in there and get through day to day. And like Jack says, yes, we do hope you marked your box as well. I know some people mark every box if there's something fragile in case somebody helps them move. They mark glass. I'm not going to mention any names, but sometimes you find all these boxes that say glass, and there's other stuff in there besides that's not glass, but it was just something that somebody wanted to not have tossed around. So said, okay, I understand that. I mean, yeah. But it is what it is. Yeah, if they're all marked glass, you start going through them to find stuff. She actually has IBS, so it's lower GI stuff. Yeah, they think it's linked to her Chiari, so it's not an actual thing that she can really take much of anything for. She gets a little bit of relief, but it's something whenever she eats, it signals sends to her brain, and her stomach starts cramping up. You packed it and did all yourself. There you go. Good for you. I still have boxes I'm trying to go through from 2 years ago. I didn't mark glass on all of them, but the way I pack is just I'll put some stuff in a box and then I'll put some other stuff around it to help cushion it, and then it's just a whole bunch of boxes of just mix match stuff. So instead of having one box with one type of thing in it, I'll end up having 5 or 6 boxes with a couple of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Yeah. Yeah, the brain gut connection is wild. I know she's tried, so I don't think she's tried the guava tea, but I know certain things that have caffeine in it really upset her stomach and stuff. So yeah, it's wild. She's had a bunch of barium tests and other tests and stuff that go along with it. So, but yeah, she's had it ever since she was a real little girl. So it's no fun. Sometimes certain smells will set things off too, which is kind of sad, unfortunately, for her. Can't imagine what that's like, going through all that. Yep. So what else is everybody up to? Nurse Ratchet's moved. Jack's laughing at everybody. Yeah, just kidding. Yeah. Yeah. Today was Halloween. We didn't have any visitors. It's relaxing tea. When your mind's running wild, you get exit. Guava tea makes me relax and settles your tummy too. Oh, okay. I know for myself, I get wound up. The only thing that actually calms me down is actually a monster. It's kind of like has the Ritalin effect for my my undiagnosed, officially ADHD that people don't think I have, but I think I do. I don't know. But yeah, I'll mention that to her. She's probably in here reading it. I'll mention that to her if she's not. Guava tea. Yeah. I limit it down to one a day, sometimes on a really bad day too. It really mellows me out. It's the caffeine in there. I've heard online of other people doing the same thing. So Red Bull gives you wings. There you go. Yeah, the monsters. They got some really good monster flavors now. I usually do the zero sugar ones because sometimes they're just kind of too sugary and you just kind of like, I don't know. After drinking the real sugary ones, after a while, you just kind of feel kind of nauseous or something. So, but like the zero sugar ones, they've got the one that's like pretty close to the original flavor, but zero sugar, that's good. And they've got various ones that are out there. The watermelon one's really good. Got an apple one that's really good now too. So good stuff, man. Makes me thirsty for a monster now. Some rock stars I can do, but mostly I stick to monster. I know the original Rockstar kind of, to me, it tastes like the way that wet nickels smell or pennies or something. It wasn't too pleasant the few times I've tried to drink it. So, but that's about it. So what else? I don't have anything really cool to show off. Oh no. Oh no. He broke it and it stopped working. It's a drag. I'll have to see what we can do about that. Yeah, my son, he sold about 4 of those, I think, this last time. Yeah, That's what happens. People always go, "Oh, sorry. Oh, was that important?" It's like, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. But at least they admit it. The worst is when you can hear somebody drop something or they go to pick it up and it's shaking around. Tribe took your wrench. Oh well. Oh, the mermaid snapped in half. Oh, the lamp works with it. Just the mermaid broke. Yeah, yeah. I'll talk to my son, see how busy he is. Maybe he can send you a new mermaid or something. We'll see what we can do for you. I'm sorry that happened, but it's like, yeah, sometimes people pick up a box and they go, oh, oh, what's in here? Just a family heirloom that didn't sound like that before you touched it. Oh man, yeah. Or you tell people, watch where you're walking, don't step. And then about that time they step on something, you hear crunch or something cracking, and it's just like you just cringe. Yeah, oil got everywhere. Yeah. Um I think you could probably use super glue. I think that would probably work. I don't think the oil would bother that. It should be okay. Yeah, it's too bad it broke in half. Um Epoxy. It's a good question. Let me check real quick. Okay. You just tell her that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. I saw you said Tribe took your wrench. Sorry, dude. That happens. Why am I wearing these like I'm hearing people? It's just a habit. I always have my big headphones on when I'm talking to people. I glaze over what I said. How convenient. No, you said Tribe took your wrench. Yeah, okay. I know he takes lots of wrenches. Sometimes he has a reason. Other times he just gets in the mood. I guess I don't know. I try not. Mrs. Frog's the only one that has a wrench on my thing because I don't want people to think I'm playing favorites. And a couple times I gave Tribe a wrench. He went and kicked everybody out of the chat. Change your names, Steve. That's true. That's true. Time for a name change. It's new year, new you. You don't have to wait till 2026. So, oh, you're talking about the two homesteaders. Is that Rosie's birth name, Steve? I don't know. I heard it was Steven, Steve. I've heard John. I heard different things. So I don't know. Allegedly, Steve is is Rosie. I always call her Rosie O'Connell. I'm tired. Rosie O'Kelly's birth name, I guess, is Steve. I don't really know for sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going by what people are saying in the chat. But I know they no longer they're no longer living the lifestyle they were. So Steve, aka Rosie, thank you for that, Jack. See, Jack's on the ball. Jack knows what's up. So does Nurse Ratchet. They say, "Yep, Steve." So there you go. They seem happier, you know. It's like so. If you have any questions, I would recommend you go to their channel and ask them. Yeah, the man with the implants and no longer has the implants, and just, you know, it was a process they went through. No, not Nurse Ratchet's name. Rosie's name is supposedly Steve. Nurse Ratchet's first name is Nurse. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's a weird situation to be in because I've never had those feelings or thoughts that some people have where they aren't really sure and they're trying to figure things out, you know, over years, and you know, all I know is that Steve, Rosie, they seem happy. So that's all I know about that. So we're not here to talk politics or people detransitioning, because you're gonna get the people at my door with pitchforks and everything else. So we don't need that. And that was a phone call from the East Wing. The East Wing here, not the East Wing at the White House. Let me see what's going on. Oh, okay. The lamp or just the radiator, both or whatever. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I know. Why am I doing this again? It's habit. She's transitioning from one home to another, if that's what you mean. She left the old house where she was staying. I guess she detransitioned from her old place where she's living to her new one. And on that note, if Nurse Ratchet would like to send me her address, we'll get a return label so you can send the lamp back, and we'll do repairs and whatever touch up and stuff needs to be done. So no questions asked. We'll take care of you on that, because we meant it for it to be something nice and something that would you look at all the time and think of us and what great, wonderful, but something that would be nice for you. And you know, since things, you know, accidents happen, you know, we have a accident forgiveness policy. So we'll go ahead and get that taken care of for you. Yeah, it's the least we can do, right? Yeah, I mean, I forgot her birthday, so sorry about that. Okay, yep. It's almost time for Cookie-geddon, you know, like Armageddon of the cookies. It's always something. But yeah, we'll get you taken care of. We will definitely take care of that for you. Let me do this. Oh, again, that sounds like something you'd have to take up with them. I have no control over any channels except this one right here. Yeah, I would I don't know, send an email, apologize, whatever it takes. And if sometimes if you get banned from somewhere, you just have to find another place to go and hang out. And I don't really know. I can't answer. so I don't know if it was simply because you called them the wrong name, or maybe there's something else attached. I don't really know. I didn't see okay, you're not apologizing. Okay. Then just chalk up the loss and move on. So yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it was just crazy times. So yeah. But anyways, getting back to Rubby, sometimes you got to swallow your pride and just say, you don't have to like kiss somebody's butt, but just say, you know what, I'm sorry if you took that the wrong way, or I was out of line. I didn't mean it that way. That's all you really need to do. Just say, I made a mistake, I screwed up, but if it's not worth it, then just find another another channel to hang out at, I guess. That's all I can say. Sometimes people aren't always going to forgive when you make a mistake. We're not perfect. We all screw up, and hopefully we learn from our mistakes. And he's watching you guys. He's staring right at you. You didn't make a mistake. You just totally called them by a name they don't want to be. Okay, whatever. I mean, apparently you never make mistakes. I make mistakes right and left. I just, sometimes I even cook steaks. Not too often because it's not in the budget, but I do make a lot of mistakes. And sometimes when you go camping, you use steaks, and sometimes when you stake out a territory, you use steaks for that. When I put blow-ups in the yard, I use steaks, but a different kind of steak. Don't eat those steaks. There's one kind of steak you can eat, the other kind you can't. It's bad. Mothra. It's called Mothra. Or maybe you should change his name to Window Pecking Bird or something like that. Oh. I know back in the day, some of my friends, when they would get a little too inebriated or too high, they would get this. Usually when they're smoking, they would call themselves, or they would say that they've got couch lock because they can't get out of it. They're just kind of like melted into the couch. So maybe a good screen name would be Recliner Lock or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, just the whole thing with names with names on here is you just find a name that you like and stick with it. You don't really want to have a name that's attached to somebody else. Hey, Cobra John, happy Halloween. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a long time. Thank you for your kind words. Last month, he was congratulating us on 40 years of being married. Mercy Rhyme should never got over her loss of ski. Okay. You'll never change your name. All right. What? Yeah. Whatever, if that's the name you're gonna die with, then that's the name you're gonna die with. So whatever. Yeah, 40 years. Yeah. She's put up with a lot. Not only her physical illnesses, but she also put up with me. But yeah, 40 years is a very, very big blessing, very huge. So yeah. If you don't want to change your name, don't. I mean, there's going to be a period of time where people think that your name's Rosie, but I'm awake. Okay. All right. I don't know how I'm woke, but okay. If you think I'm woke, yeah. Oh, here we go again with the woke comments. I'm awake. I'm aware of what's going on, but I'm not woke. I'm not woke. I try to be when I see people have things that they're going on in their life that people there's lots of things that people can be polarized on. Anything from people being transgender to sports teams to whatever. It's just like I don't have time to get wrapped up in all the nonsense. When I see somebody, I mean, I know a couple people that are transgender. I'm just happy I've never gone through that struggle. I try to see them as an individual and we find a common ground. Like there's some people I talk to records or music about, and that's it. As far as their political agenda, as far as I know, we are on polar opposite streams. I guess as woke as they come. There you go. That secret's out. I'm so woke. You know, I was going to be an assistant to Kamala Harris. You know, I was wanting to get in the thick of things. You know, and help her get that agenda going, and you know, tampons and all the boys' bathrooms and all that awesome stuff. Oh man. Oh, it's just you know what? We live in a crazy world, and we just have to get through things one day at a time, and just learn to laugh at stuff. Because it's if you start picking sides and start being out there with, I mean, there are some issues that are extremely important, and sometimes a lot of these political issues will go to a certain point, and then they'll bump up against those things. When they get to that point, then you'll know where I stand. And yeah, but you're gonna have to pick and choose your battles. You know, some people go, "Oh, I don't like this." I mean, people can be polarized over Ford, Chevy, or Dodge. You know, I'm in California because my job's here. I would love to leave California. I I'm the biggest. um I don't know. I don't like Newsom. I'll just say that. I really dislike our governor, and there I go getting political again. But he's done a lot of stuff. He says one thing and does something else. Um, when we had the big fires up by LA, it just seemed like he had plans to try to buy the property out from other people. He's done some really sneaky things. Our gas tax that we pay, we have the highest gas cost, as far as I know, in California. And our gas tax that is supposed to go to fix the roads that are so full of potholes that you're lucky you don't lose your car completely into them, but it does poke holes in tires, it bends rims and everything else. The money that was supposed to go to fix that went to the rail line, the non-existent high-speed rail that they've been talking about for years. Yeah, it's so yeah. When before why am I getting so political? You got me wound up now. Before that guy came into office, there was a surplus budget in California. Now we're billions of dollars into debt, money getting thrown at all kinds of nonsense things rather than helping things that need to be taken care of. Two major things: the homeless and the veterans. Those two people get screwed the worst of everybody. But they all have these private little groups that they want to help out and do this and do that, you know, and it's like I don't really enjoy seeing my tax dollars go there. When I see something I don't agree with, I vote how I feel. And then you have people, judges or whatever, saying that whatever was proposed or argued against was unconstitutional, so the whole thing goes out the window. So yeah. So there you go. That's you can see exactly how woke I am, and I'm just barely scratching the surface. Oh man. So you have anything to say? You want to chime in about Sharon Osbourne tonight? Because I know that's one of your favorite subjects too. So Oh yeah, yeah. I heard about that one. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. That money went to he put together a committee of his associates. We won't call them friends because they'll say, "Oh no, I didn't do that." But some of his friends, they decided to put up a committee and study the impact of homelessness and how it affects people and blah blah. And all the money just poosh, just disappeared in the form of budgets and salaries and perks and everything else. And it's just one. I mean, both groups are this. It's just different sides of the same coin. You know, I don't think she needs to sell all his songs. He's she was very smart with their money, and it wasn't just his money because she also did some things to earn money, and other than just being his manager and managing other people, I mean, she had different things that she was involved with and stuff too. They're very well. I mean, I'll say it again. I'll say it with every breath I have. I think Ozzy would have died years ago if it wasn't for Sharon's influence. Oh, I'm not going to say she didn't control him. I'm not. Yeah, she did, but she did. She had his best interests at heart. She wanted to do what needed to be done to keep him alive, to have him there for his family. He wasn't just. She actually loved the guy. Okay, they loved each other. It's pretty obvious, but whatever. I mean, you're still wrapped up in not change your name and not apologizing. So I guess some things are just beyond your comprehension. But anyways, the way the legal system here is in California, she could have sued him. All right, Bonnie, have a good night. Hope you feel better. But if she needed money, she could have did a lot more and ruined his life and had everything that he owned in her name. But it's I there's so many ways that people could get screwed. Exactly. Ozzy would have been dead years ago. Ozzy would have been, I mean, when he got fired from Black Sabbath, she took over Ozzy's management from her father, and that guy was living off pizza and booze and drugs. He was like so self-destructive. He thought his life was done. The only thing he knew was music from being a young age. He tried other careers and stuff, and nothing worked. And he even tried petty crimes and went to jail for a bit. But music was the only thing that really worked for him. But like I said, if Sharon wouldn't have come into the picture, and other people say that too, that Ozzy would have been dead. There would have been a lot of things that he was involved with, Ozfest and all the other things. And so many bands got discovered because of Ozfest and management and different things. But anyways, that's I could be here all night like pontificating. But I'm just glad that they had each other. And was their marriage perfect? No, there's a lot of things. And before you say anything, yeah, there is many instances of infidelity going on, but when everything is all said and done, I think they did love each other and had a genuine love. And so that's that's it. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. She was Yoko Ono. She never tried to sing on any of his songs. She never butted in. I have never heard a single Ozzy track, or whether a solo track or Black Sabbath or anything, where you hear Sharon caterwauling. There's a video that's on I think it's one of the Osborne podcasts where Sharon was a member of like a small time singing group, but no, not even Yoko Ono. No. Is she a brilliant businesswoman, Sharon Osbourne? Yes, she is. Yoko, not so much, but Sharon, I think Sharon has always had an incredible head for business. But Yoko Ono. Oh man, more like Yoko No, but that's all I got to say about that. Yep. Yep. So tomorrow is November 1st. Year is almost over. Got like, what, 60 days, 61 days, something like that. It's crazy how fast this year has gone by. Hopefully 2026 will be an improvement. There's been so much crazy stuff going on. So much it's hard for a lot of people out there running businesses with the tariffs and different things going on. So you just manage the best you can and take things day by day. That's what I try to do. So I do got this guy here. I always pick up weird things. I got this guy here. He's a little astronaut guy, and it looks like a camera, but it's not. It's actually dusty. Actually, it's like a laser light show. Ozzy had to draw the line somewhere, right? Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been a pretty big Ozzy fan, not crazy. I mean, it did hit me pretty hard when Ozzy died. Yeah, Ace Frehley. We're losing a lot of people lately. Everybody just getting at that age. Yeah, Ace Frehley was another one. I mean, I wasn't a big Kiss fan, but Ace, his solo stuff, I think was better than Kiss, personally. But that's just me. But yeah, he made an big impact on a ton of people. All our heroes are dying. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Every time you turn around, there's, someone else is going. None of us gets out of here alive, as my boss likes to say. You're born and then you die, but in the meantime, you try to be a decent person. Try to get along with everybody. Try to find humor in situations that are kind of hard. Not humor at somebody else's expense, but just try to learn to get along with people. If learning to get along with people makes me woke, I guess that's. I don't have the stomach for just arguing with everybody constantly all the time. If I get a problem with somebody, I'll tell them. I'm go, dude, you're a jerk. If they get all mad, I just part ways. If I see them out somewhere and they go, oh, hey, how's it going? I go, oh, pretty good. And that's it. I don't try to go back and act like nothing's ever happened, but I don't carry around the bitterness. I mean, it's like people decide they want to be done with you. They're done, and you just move on. I'm not sure what the exact number is. Something like 327, 328, 330 million people just in the US. So there's lots of people we can associate with. And in the world, there's about 7.25 billion. So once you run out of people in this country, just, get out your Rosetta Stone and find a country to go and learn the language so you can you can make do wherever you end up. So I mean, most countries that are in Europe, as well as other places, a lot of them do speak English, but a lot of those countries over there, they'll speak at least 4 to 7 different languages. I have enough trouble with English, and they're thinking and talking and translating in their head. It's amazing to watch somebody, if you've ever been around somebody, English isn't their normal language, and once they learn English, see, I can talk. Once they learn English, you'll see that their pronunciation and their grammar just goes way beyond yours, because they've studied to get it right, because they want to communicate with people. So, and a lot of people I know, they talk about going to Europe and they go, "Oh, you're gonna pick up the language. Like if you're going to Germany, you're gonna learn German. Do you know how to speak German?" No, they speak English. It's good enough for me. Okay, if you want to be that way. Tribes trick or treating. He's probably out. He's probably out stealing people's jack-o'-lanterns. That would be my guess. It's midnight where he's at, so yeah, he's probably stealing jack-o'-lanterns and toilet paper in people's house and that kind of stuff. So the good thing about the jack-o'-lanterns, though, is they're close to the ground, so he doesn't need a ladder to get to them. Just kidding. He's probably the same height as I am. I don't know. Height ain't nothing but a number. All I know is I've never had to duck going into a doorway, so I got that working for me. So, well, I got 6 thumbs up, 5 people watching. It's been on for about an hour. Yeah, it's better when there's. I mean, the chat's okay, as far as interaction. I mean, it's nice when you're on a panel and you can kind of see somebody face to face. He's making sure no one steals his hubcaps. Oh, wasn't there a thing you could buy for hubcaps? I'm old. Like in the 70s, late 70s or early 80s, it seemed like they had like a thing that would attach either with like a fine screw or a clip that would attach to your hubcap, and the other end would attach to the rim where it goes, so that you could only take it off so far. You could take it off just enough to get the lug nuts loose if you had to change your tire, but it was still where you wouldn't like lose it. I think some reason it seems like I think I've seen cars where they used to have the hubcaps would kind of flip down and you could actually put your lug nuts in there. Somewhere I remember seeing that. Maybe it's a custom thing. I don't know. I've been around a lot of people and seen a lot of things. So unless I'm just imagining this, and maybe I need to invent hubcaps that just fold down from your rim. I don't know. Oh, he just paid off those spinning hubcaps, huh? Or did he have them bedazzled? Did he have one of those bedazzle or bead machines to? Yeah, I used to watch a lot of late night television too with Jen. Warren's watching. Hello, Warren. Hope all is well. But you guys remember the bedazzler? It was like the big thing, like the mid to late 80s. And then you'd see everybody out in public with all these tacky jewels on their purse and their denim jacket and their boots or whatever. It was like, it was a big fad. People do those, and they do sequins and stuff. It was like, maybe just where I was, it was just like, wow. And then the Flowbee haircutting thing. I think both those things were the Ronco, the guy who invented the set it, forgive it rotisserie oven. That guy invented a lot of stuff. Pocket Fisherman, the rotisserie grill, Mr. Microphone. I think he was Mr. Microphone. He did a bunch of stuff. I don't know. So, yeah, okay, yeah. I thought so. Ronco. It seemed like whenever you'd go to Zodi's. See, I'm aging myself again, but I don't care. You go to Zodi's, Gemco, TG&Y, Fedco, Fedmart, Whitefront, all these stores, you'd see they'd have a big display, especially at Christmas time, where they have all the gifts to get for mom and dad, and they're always put out by Ronco Distribution. That Ron Pompelli, I think his name was. Maybe I'm mispronouncing it, but that guy made some serious bank off making some crappy stuff. The Flovey, you pasta maker. Hey, Susie. Hey, Susie. What do I do? I'm tired. Seattle Judy. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see you. Yeah, we're just you just caught us talking in the middle of Ronco. My mom had a Flowbee at one time, and her and a friend of hers used to cut each other's hair, and they had the kind of Karenish style haircuts. And they're, how you like my hair? I did it myself. I'm like, okay. yeah. I could use some of that spray on hair, right? Yeah, I remember the spray on hair in a can, formula. Oh, what do they call that? Like hair tonic number 9 or something, and you can get it in different colors. And also, it reminded me of the stuff they also used to sell for patching cigarette burns in your favorite Naugahyde chair, where you scratch it up and sprinkle the stuff in there, and then you put some other stuff and you flick it with a toothpick and make the texture the same. Then you dye it. Hello, Donnie. Grecian formula. Was that Ronco too? That guy's doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I know. I joked about using Grecian formula a few times and stuff. But yeah, spray it and forget it. Oh, man. Spray it and forget it. Yeah, I need to cut my hair again. Usually when I cut my hair, it involves standing in front of the sink with some hot water and a razor and some shaving cream. Oh, man, the spray on tan. Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry about that, but, welcome. Oh, the Flowbee? Yeah. A lot of people use the Flowbee. I never had the opportunity to do that. I mean, I was like in my mid-30s and it started getting kind of thin. And, I'd go to the barber every so often and stuff. And then I just figured out, I can do just as good a job as a barber, if not better, with my own clippers. Start off with the number 2, which I think's a 1/8 inch, or is it 1/4 inch? I think it's a 1/4 inch, and then went to number 1, which is like a 1/8 or 16th, and then decided to just go with the old shaving cream and razor method, and it's usually fine. This has been probably about 2 weeks since I've done it, so it hasn't grown out a whole lot. So it's good to see you, Daft Donnie Georgie. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, we're just hanging out, talking Ben Cooper costumes. Now we're talking about Ronco. Ronco didn't make this bat, or the bat probably would have came with like a set of knives or something, or at least like a cheese slicer. You could take the wing and cut up cheese. I can do it this way, you see it better. Go. Or maybe he'd have like, you could push a lever on his back and he could be like a toothpaste dispenser or something. I don't know. Oh, the Fox guy. There's a guy that we work with. He can't stand the Fox. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Yeah, we just celebrated 40 years back on the 21st of September. It's the Fox guy. But anyways, this guy at work, sometimes if there's a song he doesn't like and you mention a line from the song, he starts singing it to himself. And then hours later, he'll be in like a different part of the warehouse and you hear him singing. So when that thing was popular, I found a shirt that says, what does a fox say? And it's like kerpow pow pow kerpow pow, something like that. So he wore it the other day, and I go, "What does a fox say?" And he's all, "Kerpow pow pow." And then later he was down the aisle. He's all, "Na na na, jing 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 jing." It was entertaining. So, and I think I've shared with you that's the same guy that I've changed lyrics to popular songs, and so now he's not sure if the song is actually by its correct title or not. Because Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's, he's been convinced that it's Otis the Seal rather than Our Lips Are Sealed. And AC/DC is going around in the Thunder Jeep instead of Dirty Deeds Thunder Jeep. That's a good question. I just noticed that tonight. I don't know. I do not know. Maybe it's if people want to. No, they don't do that anymore. They used to have it where you could click on the 3 dots and find somebody's channel, and so yeah. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Yep, that's true. That's a good one. There's a lot of songs that are people always getting mixed up and stuff, which is funny. Belinda Carlisle, the lead singer from the Go-Go's, then she went solo. She had a song called Circle in the Sand. I had this guy believing it was Turtle in the Sand. And I said, she's singing about the turtle and how beautiful and majestic is the mother turtle digging a hole to put her eggs in, so her young will hatch in just a matter of time. It's turtles in the sand. See, she's singing this. It's almost like a love song that she's singing to the turtle. And he's all, oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I say stuff, I guess, is kind of, I'll say something joking, and sometimes people believe me, and it's like, that was a joke. I wasn't serious. I think I shared with you guys. There's a business next door to us that was moving. They had a giant rope. Hey, tribe, how's it going? They had a big climbing rope that was about 22, 23 feet up in the air, and it was attached to a girder, and they're clearing out all the stuff. And I said, oh, so which one of you guys is going to go climb up the rope and untie it and ride it down? And these 2 guys look at each other, go, oh, I forgot about the rope. Huh. It's a good question. What do you want to... And they're serious. They're trying to figure out what would be the best way to get up there and undo it. And one of the guys goes, well, they had a U-Haul van, and the van, the distance from where the knot would be to the van would probably be about a good 12, maybe 15 feet. So the guy's like, just park the van under it. I'll go up there and tie it, and then I'll just drop down. I'll let go, and I'll land right on the van and just get off. Oh, man. Yeah. Some people, they like to shake hands with danger on a regular basis, I guess. Yep. Tribe is here. Happy Halloween. Oh, you weren't here for my smoke machine that crapped out on me. We got the abusive flying bat. He doesn't know much about boundaries. He's just always, he goes where he wants to go. He goes, I'm a bat. I just do what I want to do. I just do what I want to do. I don't care. Sometimes I do miss doing those. They were real easy and they were fun to do. I tried to make it as out there as I could, but within reason, without doing stuff. And then as soon as there was the whole thing with the young man that he picked up in his van, that was it for me. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. Oh, thanks. Or he's running over the cones, and it was fun. It was fun doing those, because yeah, I quit due to allegations. Yeah, it's like, yeah, luckily the allegations weren't against myself, but if I would have kept making, the videos pretty much wrote themselves. me and Mrs. Hopfrog would come up with some certain scenarios and stuff, and and doing the green screen stuff, that was fun, and doing the video with with him and Rosie working on Rosie working on the van with him watching, and doing Mr. Clean visiting Elvis at the Shine Shack, and all the ones. They were fun to do. They were creative, and the dentist one was a lot of fun too. But after a while, you just go. I mean, who knows? I might have still been doing them if these certain things hadn't come up. Yeah, well, her friend, we sent her a lamp for her birthday, one of those oil lamps, and her friend helping her move dropped it and got broke. So Tribe sold his on eBay. Hopefully, he got good money for it. I know he was afraid of it because he said that lamp was haunted. I think the spirit of the lamp and the spirit of the prison door were trying to double team him. I think that's what was going on. The kooky spooks that inhabit those things. Oh, I don't believe in all that hocus pocus and ghost and spooky stuff. It's like, it's Halloween. It's like, stuff like that. But as far as all that crazy stuff that, yeah, I saw a ghost the other day. He was doing this. He was doing that. So, yeah. Yeah. I ain't afraid no ghosts. You know who else is not afraid of ghosts? No, I shouldn't go that. I don't want to get political. I already said I'm not going to get political, but I've already blown it already. So I'll say one more thing. Another person who's not afraid of ghosts, and that was our former president, Mr. Joe Biden. He was always shaking hands, greeting ghosts. Oh, poor guy. It was almost elder abuse at the end. That was, yeah, it was bad. You just watched Weapons and House of Dynamite. When I read that at first, I thought it said you just finished watching Napoleon Dynamite. Jody Chapstick, my lips hurt really bad. I actually thought about, I was going to get this costume they have at Spirit Halloween. It was a Vote for Pedro shirt, and it has the Napoleon wig and glasses. I almost thought about buying that tonight on the way home, but I decided not. So Christmas hangout on January 13th. Oh, I'm not sure what the significance of the 13th was. Is that when I did my Christmas? I don't know. It's like sometimes I plan on doing things and then my computer, like tonight, it took me 3 times to go live. StreamYards just was not working. Then trying to go live, my camera says, "No, we're not doing it right now." I think my camera's on a coffee break or something. The haunted lamp is proudly hanging in the living room. Is this lamp actually haunted? Yeah, Bonzo was in here earlier, so yeah, she moved, got herself all settled in, got some new digs. It's always an adventure starting off somewhere new. So hope the whole situation goes very well. So I'm gonna try to come on more. I'm gonna try to, I'm glad I made your night. We try to come on here and just relax and have fun. And I had some other things planned I was gonna do, but I just I was just more concerned with trying to get this to go live. Is that okay? Is that a Halloween movie? Is that addressed to everybody in here, or is that addressed to me? Because my absolute favorite is Halloween Town. I'm just kidding. Oh, to everybody. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and put in the chat what your favorite Halloween movie is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be part of the actual Halloween franchise, even though I'm wearing the shirt. I bought the shirt because it's comfortable. Tribe Loves Funhouse. Oh, I don't know. I've seen a lot of them. Yeah, the original one's probably the best. The second one's supposed to take place later that night. Maybe it was just my take. The first one looked so well done. The second one almost looked like a bit of an afterthought. It just had a lower budget feel for some reason. I don't know why, but it just did. And then the third one was, I mean, they're trying to keep with the same spirit, but trying to make it about the day rather than tying it to Mike Myers. So Michael Myers, not Mike Myers, the Austin Powers guy, but Michael Myers, this guy, also known as The Shape. So yeah, I used to watch a lot of those movies. I can't really think of a favorite right now. All of them are interesting. The acting's the acting in some of them's okay. Other ones, the acting is just like terrible. It's like, where did you find this person? And it's like, he's the inverse Shatner. Yeah, she's not feeling very well tonight, but thank you for asking. Yeah, she's got some stomach issues going on, and she's laying down in bed trying to relax and stuff. So there's that. And Dawn of the Dead was good. I don't know. Most of the movies I saw were like, I really liked kind of the humor that was in there and the campiness, the fact they didn't take themselves too serious. But I rather than the actual movies themselves, I always was into the special effects, trying to figure out how they did some of the things that they did. Yeah, well, thank you for that, Tribe. Yeah, we definitely hope she feels better. The Dawn of the Dead 1978 is on YouTube. Final Destination movies, yeah. The thing with those is every once in a while I get behind a big rig on the freeway that has some pipes that are bouncing around. I'm like, oh no, I got to change lanes. Not that I'm superstitious, but you see something like that, you're just like, yeah, I don't know. You give them a little bit of space just so nothing happens. But the Final Destination movies, it's just like so far-fetched. Oh, really? Oh, okay. A Walmart Supercenter? What am I looking for? I can't find it now, but I found, speaking of Walmart, I found this series that was on it's Netflix or Shudder, one of those things, and a bunch of unknown actors, but it's called Creepshow. Not to be confused with the Creepshow movies, but there's like a whole series, and there's like 4 different DVDs, and each one has about 6 or 8 episodes, about 20 minutes long. So those are good fun. Did I have one here? Oh, I got, yeah, see right here. Is this season 1 here? Oh yeah. Oh, well, I don't know where they're at right now. Look in the other spot and they're there. Got it. Season 1. Season 2 is still wrapped up because I haven't finished season 1 yet. It says a Shudder original series. Season 3, haven't opened that one up yet. It's good stuff. But yeah, I don't have the first one. I have the second one. With or is it the first one? I don't remember. The one with the Indian King Chief Woodenhead. Some of my bootleg Aussie DVDs. This one is pretty cool. Aussie, not They both are good. This is Ozzy with Jason Newsted. That one's pretty good. And this one here. Yeah, that one. Thanks for the ride, lady. I got a couple other Ozzy ones up there too. But it's good stuff. Do I have the giant Gila monster? I think I have 3 copies of that. I love that movie. It's so awesome. It looks like somebody's pet iguana that they just decided, hey, I'm gonna make a movie. You're gonna be the star. That kind of stuff I love. I've got like sets of DVDs here that have a lot of those black and white B movies and stuff. Those are my favorites. Those are like the best. It's just because they're working with what they had, and it's just like doing that. Let me show you something I just got in the mail recently. This is pretty cool. You're going to dig this if you like horror stuff. You ready for the big reveal? Grand Illusions, 2 books in one from the various films of Tom Savini. The guy responsible for Jason from Friday the 13th and this little creature here from Tales from the Dark Side. Tom Savini's awesome. But like it's got all kinds of cool stuff. It shows how they did like with the squibs, the appliances. So it makes it look like somebody gets shot in the head, but the squibs behind them, it's all about camera angles. And they got a blood syringe and different stuff, compressed air, and just as a kid, I was always watching movies. I'm like, how on earth did they do that? And some people are probably gonna be mad right now when I show them that. Oh man. Yeah, he's directed a lot of movies. He's been in movies and stuff, but he's mostly known for doing his stuff. Yeah, he was involved with Creepshow, some of the prosthetic heads and stuff that he made for those. Yeah, he goes all out for this stuff. But they're showing like some of the things that they would do is like they'd have like, let me try to find it here. But it gets into like mold making and different things and stuff. So where's that one at? Yeah, like how to mold different body parts and stuff so you can have them like appliances would come off and different things. Anyway, it's an interesting book. I've always thought the special effects stuff was pretty cool. But like the low budget stuff, horror movies are pretty cool. Like what movie was that? There's some older movie called Eyes of a Stranger, and this person had a head sitting in a glass case on like their bookcase. How on earth did they do that? Well, they just had the guy climb inside the bookcase and put his head through like a fish tank. Simple stuff, but when you see it on the big screen, you're like, wow, that is so cool. So lots of reading to do. Mostly it's all pictures though, so there's not as much reading as I thought. So but yeah, good stuff. Here's a guy in the back, Creep Mask, throwing papers off the back of the Trick on Creepshow. I'll have to check for that. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. So, and I picked this book up secondhand, but I thought it looked cool. Haven't done anything with it yet, but it shows you how to make different stage props and stuff. As a closeout from a library. I think I paid like $2 for this, but it shows you how to make a suit of armor. How cool is that? How to make medieval looking weapons. I mean, they're not really stuff you could use as a weapon. How to make a alligator or crocodile. Paper mache and all that stuff. Just, little tips to help you do stuff, This book was taken out of service in 1979. But it shows you how to tie framework together to make heads for dummies and make your own Wicker Man. What's that? It's a receipt for something. I can't see. It's faded. Oh no, I only paid 75. I paid 75 cents for this book. How to make birds out of paper mache. That's a vulture. I made some vultures out of flamingos and I stuck them in our yard this year for Halloween. How to make a sarcophagus, mummy case. Do like architecture type molding and stuff. I mean, this covers a lot of stuff. I mean, if things don't work out with my job I have now, I'll be able to work on the big movie sets, making palm trees and stuff. But unfortunately, nowadays, everything's just green screen and CGI'd, or I could be spending time making stuff. But I had big plans, like when I was doing Elvis videos and doing some Rich Life, I was going to do some other stuff. And I was saying, hey, I could start to make some of the stuff for my backgrounds and different things to try to help create some scenery. I was going to, before we moved, when we were living in the bigger house with the garage, I was going to make what they call flats. And that's like what they use in TV studios and stuff, where you have a panel. It's like basically 2 sheets of plywood, one going this way and one going this way, and they connect together. So it looks like a fake wall, like part of a room, and you can hang pictures and stuff and decorate it and paint it. So it looks like you're the interior of an actual room. And I was going to use that for different things, but I just, I have a thing called a job that just kept getting in the way of my dreams. Your nephew was on a show called Dexter. Okay. That's a popular show. I've never actually had a chance to watch it, but I have seen it. Splatter Farm. I don't think I've seen it, but the name sounds kind of familiar. Seems real familiar. I don't know. I used to have a couple of friends that used to get Fangora magazine that had all the movies and stuff. That's how I first heard about Tom Savini and how he was hooked up with Friday the 13th and some of the other stuff he did. That was my introduction to him. Splatter Farm. I don't recall if I've seen that or not. Like I said, some of these friends, it was like, that's all they ever did was watch horror movies, go over to their house, and there's something playing. I think I've seen the original Evil Dead probably 3 different times because my friend was really into that movie. And we used to always go to each other, I'm going to get you and lock you in the cellar. It's good stuff. Yeah, that book probably was using asbestos. Fortunately, nowadays we know the dangers of asbestos, so we find other materials to use. Okay, Okay, yeah, Tom Savini, and then the Greg guy from the Creep Show. Yeah, a lot of these guys work a lot together. It's it's pretty interesting to see how much time they spend doing all this stuff. I personally like the practical effects way more than CGI. I know someone has to program into the computer, but I always thought of CGI as just kind of cheating, you know, doing the computer to. I mean, you can use both together, and that's fine. But sometimes people just rely too much on CGI, and you can tell. Herschel Gordon Lewis. I'm not recognizing the name right now. If there's something else he's in, I'll probably go, oh, that. Or if I saw a picture, I would go, oh, that dude. Oh, okay, now I know who you're talking about. Herschel Gordon Lewis. Not to be confused with Gordon Lightfoot. Oh, okay. Did a lot of the lower budget stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Hammer Films out of the UK, that was a lot of big time horror and stuff too. Another thing, really, actually, more than a lot of the horror stuff, I used to really be into the monster movies and the sci-fi and stuff with the stop motion. I really admired the work of Ray Harryhausen. That guy was amazing. The detail he put into everything. One of my favorite movies still is Jason and the Argonauts, especially the scene where they're battling the skeletons. Those are amazing. This okay. Hopefully everything's all right there. I remember Gordon Lightfoot used to be the thing. You'd always, as a kid, I remember going into grocery stores or gas stations or whatever, and you hear Gordon Lightfoot and Fleetwood Mac, and then you might hear James Taylor song and all about that same time period and stuff. It's just like, oh, okay. And that was about the same time I discovered Devo and and the Vapors and some of the other stuff. So it's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. There's another book that I found in, I don't have it handy because I got it packed away. This guy's talking about how to do movies on your own, without breaking the bank, doing super low budgets, like how to do a short film for $2,000. And I'm like, that's, on one hand, that's kind of cheap. On the other hand, $2,000 is still $2,000. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can do with $2,000 unless you're very passionate about this movie that you're making. And this guy goes into talking about part of that $2,000 is buying, your camera and some of your other stuff. And you pay instead of paying your actors, you treat them to pizza and other stuff. And pretty cool stuff. It's kind of, yeah, Robert Rodriguez, he's another one. Yeah, Hitchcock was great. You can't go wrong with Alfred Hitchcock movies. Psycho was great. The Birds was great. Rear Window was great. There's been other ones I've seen too. I can't even think of the name of them right now. This book that I got, it's by this guy. His name's Ricky Bird, and I want to say he's located somewhere near Bakersfield, California, and he has a film studio called Hectic Films, and they've made a few short budget movies. One's called The Video Store. If you like aliens, like sci-fi and aliens and stuff, that's a fun one to watch. Check that out. It's called The Video Store. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. But it was done. You could tell that they weren't professional actors, and they're just people that really enjoyed being part of this project, which is what I enjoyed about it. Everybody's not taking themselves too seriously. Everybody's having a good time, and they're having fun making this movie. And there are aliens. Well, that's all I'm going to say. You can't spoil it for you. Then what was the other? There's another one. There's a few ones that they did and stuff too. It's like it's pretty good. And the company name that puts them out is Hectic Films. Let me see. Actually, let me see how I can just find that. I always talk about stuff and I fail to put the links out. Oh, you should see this and this and this. And about 5 minutes later, even I've forgotten what I was talking about. And I hate when I do that. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's actually 22 minutes long. I'm not going to the whole thing for you, but it's for being a homemade movie, it's cool. You know, it's good night. Have a good night there. Yeah, that. Yeah, low budget sci-fi, aliens and stuff. Some of the movies that I like the best are ones that kind of suspend your disbelief. You're kind of like, I'm not really sure what this is, and they kind of get you a little bit unsettled. You know, the slasher movies, they're okay. Yeah, yeah. See some scary movies. You just go, okay, they're trying too hard to just have a body count. Some movies that I've seen in the past, I'm like, this is just a ridiculous amount of fake blood and everything else. I'd rather see something more suspenseful. One of my favorite horror movies was the one with George C. Scott. Came out in I want to say 1980, maybe came out in '79, called The Changeling. He moves into this house that's haunted and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's, no, I think that's my doorbell. Let me check. Mm. Yeah, I was just notified that the sound sounds kind of off. I apologize for that. My internet connection. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's making me a robot or buzzing in and out. I'm not really sure. Yeah, yeah, good stuff. But like I said, yeah, Link. It's a pretty fun movie. You'll see how if you do decide to click on it, it is extremely low budget, and you'll get a good laugh. You go, oh, that's pretty clever. You know, that's a lot of the stuff. You go, okay, that's pretty clever. And just keep in mind that they're trying to get by with spending the least amount of money as they could. So that's that. That's what that is. Yeah. Hopefully, everybody had a good day, and you know, it might sound kind of funny because I know my allergies acting up a lot lately, making me sound kind of sinusy or something. I've been talking like this all the time. I apologize if that's the case. I definitely apologize. But yeah, I need to start working on some stuff and have a you know, throw down some ideas on something like that. We have to put like a little nurse's hat on it and a little wig or something. There you go. You were saying Bonzo's school like that. Yeah. I like Bonnie. She's always fun. She's always been good to me and me and don't don't have beefs with people. Life's too short for beefs, right? I'm not saying you need to become a vegetarian or anything. You know, keep your keep your feuds down to a minimum. When I say no beef, I mean don't be a vegetarian. It's always good to see you too. It's been a long time. Yeah, I'll have to get back to the normal swing of doing these. Try to find a time that works good for everybody. I mean, I appreciate when everybody used to come and hang out late at night, but I know sometimes that was a lot to put on people, having people stay for 5 hours. I apologize for some of the marathons. They were fun, and you guys made them fun by being there. And I know sometimes the times flew by super quick. Other times it just seemed like I was really dragging you guys on something. I don't know. Again, yeah, she does. She's fun. She's just rough and young. She likes pretty much everybody. I don't think there's anybody that she doesn't that she has a big time liking. So. Oh, your sound is off. Okay, all right. I'm not sure if what's going on with everybody. Now I can't type. All right. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing I really changed with the sound. I know sometimes I haven't played any copyrighted music or anything for YouTube to be trying to put this off on the screen. Huh. Hmm. Let me go check on something. Right. All righty. Well, yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, we'll probably keep this going for a little bit longer and another another few minutes or so. But thank you for coming in, Judy. It was always good to see you. It is what it is. I mean, there's so many people on here, and the original link that I had didn't work. So it's at this. It's fine. It is what it is. Sometimes I feel like if there's only one person here, I have to like entertain them, and I feel like they're showing me pity by being here, and then I'm not sure if they think that I'm forcing them to stay here. So, I don't know. Anyways, it's all good. It's all good. It's always good to see people and looking to see if I have anything I haven't shown for a while. I don't have nothing new. I don't. Yep. I mean, I'm going to be rearranging stuff here this next week and changing things around and giving myself a little bit more room because where I am from my camera is just it's just an arm's distance like that. Not even really that much. It's probably like about about 18, 20 inches away from me. So give myself a little bit of room to spread out more. Oh, this is actually came off Amazon, and this of all things is a shower curtain. Dead serious. It's a shower curtain, and it's in Cemetery Gate. That was pretty cool. Has the moon and stuff up there, and spooky trees and the lamp posts and stuff. If he was in the way, you could probably see it better. Yeah, it was like 10 or 11 bucks. It was pretty cheap. Yeah, the Harry Potter thing that was more. I don't remember what that was. I want to say that was about 17 or 20. The one that's usually up here. That's also a shower curtain. Yeah, I did buy some other backdrops that were a printed canvas. And what happened is sometimes when you order them and they've been sitting too long in the box, they get creases and the creases will never come out. Or whatever they've printed on there, the silk screening will actually start to chip and peel where the creases were. Um, yeah, yeah. Jen was the one who suggested try shower curtains because the material they are. She said you can wash them and throw them in the dryer. And 'cause this one had a bunch of creases from being folded up. There's still one right here you can probably see, but I had a whole bunch because it was folded up in a packet about that small. You just throw it in the wash and then no soap, just cold water wash and throw it in the dryer for about 20, 25 minutes, and then just hang it right up and you're good to go. You are good to go. Can I put on the Charlie Brown Halloween special? No, because Apple owns the rights to it. Uh, if you've been around as long as you have, you've already seen it too many times. So you don't need to see it again. You can probably find it for free online somewhere, I would imagine. Usually those things get around and people will show them. But it's almost time for the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, the one where they have toast and pretzels and jelly beans and popcorn. I posted that to my Facebook page a couple years ago. Oh, you hear me again? Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on again. It's got to be YouTube or something. I don't know. It's good. It's working again. But yeah, the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I sent a picture. Somebody actually plated some toast, jelly beans, pretzels, and popcorn. I sent it to a friend of mine from school. I go, "Hey, look, it's a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving," and they're all, "Man, my daughter would be all over that." Uh, said she'd rather have that than the traditional turkey. See, that was the good old days when we used to have the Charlie Brown specials, and they were always brought to you by either McDonald's or Dolly Madison. Dolly Madison always had the best zingers and cupcakes and all that stuff till they were taken over. Now I sound like an old person. Dolly Madison had some good Twinkies and ho-hos and stuff, and they got bought out by Hostess and all. Can't go for it. Oh man, can you hear it? Must have been a. I wish they would have had one of these around when I was in school. They probably would have focused a lot more. Yes, I do drink a bit of water. Stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated. Oh, for all the people in here who are over the age of 25. What I did there? Tribe will give you $1 if you can tell me who this person is. He's a mayor, as you can see. Why is it never focused? There it is. Like a bottle cap or something. He's a mayor. He's got these fancy cowboy boots. You know, when he's wearing those boots and his blue sash, he means business. But I don't think he's slept in a long time. He got those bags under his eyes. Nobody knows who this is, huh? The Wizard of Oz played once here around Christmas time. Yeah, The Wizard of Oz, and they show what should we call it? It's a Wonderful Life. That's another popular one. Yep. Nuclear testing coming soon to Nevada once again. Oh man, life is crazy. This is Puffin Stuff from the TV show HR Puffin Stuff, put up by the brothers Sid and Marty Croft. One of many shows they did. People always used to say, man, they'd see characters like this and go, man, those guys did LSD or something. All the backgrounds are always really bright colors and dancing around. They are the same guys that did Land of the Lost. That is correct. That is correct. With Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition met the greatest earthquake ever known. High on the rapids, it struck their tiny raft and plunged them down 1,000 feet below. I've seen this show a couple times. Oh man. I thought I'd spare you this and just do like a dramatic reading. Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition. Hey, miss you. How are you? How you doing? Finally got things working tonight after a couple attempts, and I've got my wacky bat. Looks to fly. Happy Halloween. think this guy needs to be grounded. He's flying like he's had too much pumpkin beer or something. I don't drink, but the bat might. Oh, there you go. Happy Halloween to you as well, Miss You. I've gotten bats a few times, but not so often. Not for a while. And then who's the other one? I had another one up here. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I got this one here. I call it my Ozzy Osbourne jerky. Uh, he loves pumpkin beer. Send you some Pops Gone Batty. There you go. Yep, Ozzy jerky. Oh man, the guy's gonna be missed for quite a while, quite a long time. They have a like, where do you see it? I think I saw it on Amazon or maybe it was Walmart.com or Target or somewhere. They have a stuffed bat and it says Ozzy Osbourne across its chest, and its head actually comes off. It's like Velcroed on. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, we were talking about Halloween costumes earlier. Oh, the new Zoo review. Yes, yes, the new Zoo review coming right at you. Something Henry the Hippo, Freddy the Frog, and Charlie the Owl. There you go. Doug and Mary Jo. And Doug and Mary Jo were actually husband and wife in real life, and one or both of them were like child psychologists or something. So, like, they're trying to make it a educational show as well as fun. But Fred, that poor frog, he was always having Christ, wasn't he? I know Henrietta Hippo always had her issues with thinking that she was being ignored or something, but old Fred the Frog, he was just downright bipolar or something. I don't know. Did I ever dress up as Gene Simmons for Halloween? No, I did not. I was not a big Kiss fan. I had lots of friends who were, and lots of friends that tried to convert me over to Kiss and the Kiss Army, but it just wasn't my thing. So I think we have. See what? There you go. So when you're out going as the four non blondes, does anybody go, "Hey, what's up?" or "What's going on?" Uh, that's probably the only song people remember them. But I said, "Hey, hey, hey." I said, "Hey." Is the Invisible Man? There you go. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You did say, "Hey," but did you scream at the top of your lungs when you did it? Oh man, that song's up there. It's like up in the register. Yeah, it's definitely. I've tried messing with it a few times, and it's a little too high for me. Zombie, that's a good song. Yeah, it's sad that Dolores passed away. She was supposed to redo that song with a band called Black Bad Wolves, and she died like shortly before that was supposed to go down. They did nice. They did a really nice tribute to her in the video they did for that song, but it would have been really cool if she got a chance to do it. And she heard what they did and she liked it. Oh, you didn't know she died? Yeah, yeah, she passed away. Oh, I don't know when that was. course. Let me check. Yeah, I know she's got a funny spelling of her name. Yeah, Dolores O'Riordan. Um, yeah, they said that she drowned due to alcohol intoxication. Yeah, she passed away back in January of 2018. So she's been gone for 7 years. She was 45. It's so sad. Yeah, it was a accidental drowning. Well, like we're talking, or did I just close the wall? No, we were talking about that earlier. It might be time to change that name. But anyways, to each their own. Oh, thank you. That was fun. That was fun. Every once in a while, I just just get in the mood and I cut loose with the karaoke and other songs I've tried to do. There's been a few that have never made it to public. It's like wow, that's not good. But the White Wedding one was a lot of fun. I've always liked Billy Idol, so so and I guess my voice is probably more suited for the kind of more raspier style. So rather than something velvety smooth. But yeah, that was fun to do. And then I did the one where I changed the lyrics to what song was that? Pretty in Pink, yeah. Talking about Marshall being pretty in pink. Uh Careless Job. I don't think I've heard that song. I've only heard a couple Mr. Bungle songs. They just way up there. There you go, bye bye. Yeah, there's a few. I tried doing Epic. That was fun. Got you. Yeah. No, I did a troll song as a variation of it. It had like the whole, but it was kind of more, instead of being more Nine Inch Nails, came out more like post 90s hardcore or something. I don't know. There's too many people complaining about trolls, so I decided I'd make a song for sometimes I don't really think things all the way through. I just kind of react. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there's some people that would do that. It's like Stefan, Steven. So yeah. Sleeves. What did he tell you his name as he was eating something? Steven. Or was that time you were working as a dental assistant? And you're all, sir, what's your name as you're cleaning his teeth? Oh, phew." You ever notice that when you go to the dentist, they always ask you a million questions? It's like I haven't been out to eat for a long time, but I'm sure they probably still do this. But when you're eating somewhere, the servers always wait Do you have a whole mouthful of food or you've just taken a sip of something? So, how's everything this evening? You give them a thumbs up or go like that. And as soon as you swallow whatever you have, they're gone. They wait till you have your, how's everything this evening? Glad to hear it. Or the dentist always asks you like questions as they're working on your mouth, and you're like, "Well, what do you think of this? Whoa. Did you see the game this weekend? Whoa. What do you think of this guy who did that thing? Whoa." Obviously, you can see how much I watch. I watch sports. I just realized Monday that the World Series was going on. I didn't know who was playing in the World Series. One of the guys that worked with me goes, "Oh yeah." I go, "I thought they used to have that in like September or something." Like he goes, "Yeah, but they added more games, so people get a better chance." I'm like, well, okay. So I don't know. He was all excited because I guess they did like a double game or something with 18 or 20 innings, and they're supposed to go like 10 or something. So yeah, I'm like, I was thinking to myself, "Man, I wish I didn't go there." Yeah, baseball season goes on for a long time. He was all excited. He goes, "Man, I wish I would have went to that game. It was like a 8 or 10 hour game or something." He was telling me maybe six. I don't remember. It was a long time for me. Sitting through more than 30 minutes of any sporting event is too much. Oh man, it's it is just yeah. Baseball season, steep ball. Yeah. Good one out, Rita. There you go. Yep. It's always fun to change your handle. All right. Well, good night to you. Yeah, it's good seeing you. Yeah, change change your name like change your socks. I guess I don't know. Yeah, Judy's good. We like having Judy here. Have a great night. Have a great week. Yeah. Yep. So remember that guy made those AI songs for you? That was cool. The Miss You songs. Change my name like I change my socks. Once a year. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you should change them a little bit more often than that. You gotta make sure that you gotta make sure your socks match too. Yeah, Davey Strange name, yeah. Yeah, that was cool. He made that for you. That seemed like a lot of fun. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. I know a lot of other people did too, so I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of good people that are here on YouTube and the different communities and stuff. We try to be encouraging to other people, and when people disappear, they go, "Hey, where you been?" and try to lure people back out of the shadows and say, "Hey, where you been? Come back over here. I miss you." So that was cool though. That was he did a really good job on that. The pictures and everything. That was pretty. We got 7 people watching. So 7 people are watching, and we have 3 people in the chat. So yeah, I think so. I haven't done it for a while. I just thought, hello, Miss Kitty. I just thought I was boring everybody. No, I just haven't done it for a while. I thought I was just boring everybody and just trying to find a time when other people aren't on. I mean, I was planning on going live tonight at 10. I started a little bit late because I was having technical issues. She's laying down. Her stomach's bothering her. She's not feeling good at all. And also, she never comes on camera. She's super, super shy. I'm the one who has to worry about breaking the camera because I mean, look at this mug. But no, she was just super, super shy. So this is Miss You. If you haven't met Miss Kitty, Miss You. This, I think you missed the bat that time you were here. He's not really sure which way to go. Oh, there he goes. Next flying backwards, keep showing off. But if I had a bigger area, I could fly him in. He'll fly like a 6 foot circle around. Those batteries go dead. He doesn't squeak or anything. He just flaps his wings and his eyes. Big warm-blooded, big warm-blooded butterflies. Well, I like that. I always tell people they're hamsters with wings. They're just so soft and furry and cuddly, and they're like puppies. No, there was a lady who used to live stream on here. I think Miss Kitty might remember who she was. Her name was Holly and Dead, and she was live streaming, and she lived in a older house in is New York or it was somewhere on the New England area, and she had a bat get into her house. He was flying around the room, and she's running around. You saw a shadow or something against the wall. Oh man! And for a while, we're roughing it. I don't know. I haven't seen her for a while. Ever since her friend Mary passed away, that was the last that I had heard of her. I know she took that super hard, which is understandable. They're pretty close. Bats are good swimmers. You had rabbit bats, like half rabbit and half bat. They'd hop around and then fly, like flying bunnies. Oh, wait a minute, rabbit. The ones. Yeah, yeah. Usually they think they do have rabies. I know I went to a junior high and they had an issue with bats because the ceilings of the corridors outside they actually went to peaks, and the bats would roost in there. And some kid was throwing this is like I was like fifth or sixth grade, and this kid was throwing like a dodgeball ball at the thing. The thing got scared, flew down, and flew into his stomach. I don't know if it bit him or scratched him. Everybody's saying, "Oh, he got bit and he was attacked by a bat." And then you find out he was messing with the bat. Bat just wants to be left alone, man. Just leave me alone. Just hanging out. A bat, rabbit, rat. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. So, or you could even have a cabot, which would be half cat and half rabbit. Oh, in the attic on the third floor. Yeah, yeah. We used to live kind of in some hills out in the middle of nowhere before we moved, and we had a couple bats. My son named one Bruce and the other Wayne. When I first saw him, I go, "Are those sparrows?" Oh no, those are bats. I thought they're drunk sparrows. I'm like, what? Yeah, cabot. Yeah, half cat, half rabbit. Real soft fur like a rabbit. Yeah, that's a good bat scene too. Yep, yep. Like a rabbit with a long tail. I don't think it'd be very much fun because they would just sleep all day and all night. Like a cat. Cats seem like they sleep for like 20 hours a day. But it could be fun. Yeah, habits. I mentioned that to somebody, and they go, "Are those things real? You really have those?" Like, I never bore anyone. Well, welcome back. Welcome back once again. Welcome back. It's good to see you. And it looks like you just took Rubby's crown away from him. Rubby was the number one commenter, and then you with that, and now you're number one, and he's number two. No. Yeah, I'll have to see what's going on, and I might make a regular in this screaming, "You're starting to put your Christmas stuff up. It's too early. Way too early." So we'll probably get it out this week. No, no, you don't want that. No, Super Mario. You and, old Charlie should trade notes. He popped up recently in Dustin a while back. I think he's still doing good. Yeah, yeah, I don't think he liked a friend of mine named Boris, but he Boris is kind of a prankster kind of guy and kind of says a lot of things that people take him serious. And he was just joking around saying that somebody keyed his car, he was gonna kill him or something. It was great. Um, uh, there you go. Clearly turned from drink on. That's cute. Yeah, speaking of decorations, I have all the Halloween stuff to put away from them. I should go pretty quick. I don't know. It's like maybe I'm just getting old or something. It's like the decorations are cool when we first put them up, but the longer they're up, they're just like, oh yeah, this stuff's still here. When's the day coming so I can put it all away? Christmas is different. I mean, we have the tree up for a while and stuff. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, you're just listening. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes some people have different traditions. We just put up the tree when Jen's ready for it. He goes, yeah, we need to put up the tree. Okay. I'm pretty kicked back. It's like whatever. And we'll usually depending on how she's been feeling. If she hasn't been feeling too well and didn't really enjoy the tree and stayed, locked away in the bedroom because of feeling good. Um, Sometimes I'll leave it up for another couple weeks or a month. It's no big thing. We have a really nice. We actually have two now, two artificial trees. One's blocked, and the other one's just a standard evergreen plantation pine king. So we do good. All she wants for Christmas is you. Oh, not Mariah. Oh, no. Yep. I don't mind the Christmas songs, but sometimes it'd be nice if they just had more songs other than just Mariah Carey's. It seems like some stores they just love that song. They'll play that one and then something else, and then it's the Mariah Carey song, and then another song, and then Mariah Carey again. And it's just like sometimes there's songs that people just like, and they just play them so much they ruin them for you. Yeah, Last Christmas, that's another one. Oh, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, we yeah, heard those. Those are no, just interesting to say the least. Yeah, it's just a tree then. It's just it's your Christmas tree, it's just a tree. I've heard of people sometimes they'll have a tree that's pre-lit. That's cool. Just you got an indoor tree, like a topiary. We've got a bunch of those indoor silk plants. Brings a little bit of the inside outside. And it helps with the Moo Pow chicken or feng shui or whatever that. Yeah, 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 there you go. I used to walk on the treadmill while the Christmas tree. There you go. Yeah, I made a video a couple of years back. I went to Home Depot and I was walking amongst the Christmas trees with the accent, the fake pre-lit ones. I don't even know if I erased it or not. I might, yeah, people are like, "What's this guy doing?" Um, I did Vlogmas a few times on my other channel, and then I tried to be like everybody else who was so over the top, and I got to like Vlogmas day 3 or 4, and I just got like, can't stand myself anymore. I'm like, "This isn't oh, wait, that's me," but still, he's annoying. I can't deal with this guy anymore. So I said, "No, I can't do that." Very easy to do, but I was just like, "Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing the Vlogmas." Let's see here. Um, I think it was for my Wombat channel. Oh, there. If you're interested in watching it at a later time, put it in the chat. Yeah. I'm at the Home Depot Christmas tree farm. That was fun. Oh, yeah, that was fun. It was spur of the moment kind of thing. They had the trees up, and then they had a display of the I don't know what you call it, yard tools or something. So, so I just grabbed a nice shiny axe and walked amongst the trees. Um, like we used to do it in the old days. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, there's there's some things on there that yeah, I stopped doing that channel because I was doing food reviews and stuff, and I annoyed myself so many times. Oh, Christmas wrapping. Na, 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 na. Yeah, I know that song. I think I actually have that on a record. They're the same ones who did the theme song for that TV show that Jamie Gertz was in, Square Pegs. Also, Sarah Jessica Parker was on that too. So both of them, I think, got their start pretty early in their career. But Jamie, she's been on a bunch of stuff. Not a whole lot of stuff recently, but she was the one girl in Lost Boys. I forget what her name is. Cough. You need some cough medicine, some cough drops. You're still awake? What shower is this? Have you checked the oven for the fries? They might need turning. uh, I remember that was a common thing. You'd come in here and say, "Remind me in 20 minutes to check the French fries in my stove." Oh, there you go. There you go. That's what you got to do sometimes. Oh, I forgot about that one. Uh, Looking at some of my older videos, I'm not sure if I was heavier there or look older or whatever. Like, was that song Christmas Matthew? Wolf Atrocities. There you go. Yep, she's made a lot of money off that song. That's for sure. That is for sure. It's almost that time. Almost that time for Mariah Carey. Comes. Doesn't Celine Dion have a Christmas song too? I think or they just play the song where she's singing about her her lover going off the bridge. You told everyone to start spinning it yesterday. Oh no. No, 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 my everybody ignored me. Really, really. But you don't understand. You don't understand what this song means to miss you. Hazel, how you doing? It's been a long time since I've seen Hazel around. Wow. Good to see you. Happy Halloween. Don't have any reptiles, but I do have the flying mammal. I turn him on and off because he flies. He gets kind of aggressive. He keeps banging into stuff and he starts flying backwards. It's basically a mouse or a hamster with wings. Makes you want to play tetherball. There you go. And I keep finding it. I found this thing recently too. I can't stop spinning it now that I found it. Helps with my fidgets. Helps with my fidgets. Yeah, yeah, I got this lovely backdrop. It's amazing what you can do. Uh, yeah, I actually picked this one out. Usually my wife picks them out, but I picked this one out. I'm like, what do you think of this? She goes, oh, I like it. But if you guys are doing live streams and just looking for an easy way to kind of change your background, you can get these pretty inexpensive. They have a lot of different ones on Amazon. This is a shower curtain of all things. It's cloth, which is nice because you can wash it. Usually they pack them in a little tiny bag. What I did is I took it out of the bag, threw it in the wash, cold water, and no soap, threw it in the dryer for like 20, 25 minutes, and then hung it up. Gets all the wrinkles out. So, oh, you have that trademarked? Okay. Did not know that. So you don't have to worry about me infringing on your copyright there. Yeah, it's been a while since Hazel's been here. It's been a while since Miss U's been here. Yep, the never-ending story. There you go. Hard to believe the guy that sang "Hush Hush Shy Shy" was the same guy that did "Never Ending Story." Yep, that's like a lot of us. Work, work, work. You wanted a good look. Mm. Oh, you just got off work. Oh, there you go. Oh, it must be pretty late where you are. It's probably a split shift or something. Yeah, yeah, it does have a tendency. That's what you should split. Yeah, yeah. My mom was a nurse. She worked in pediatrics for years, and then she eventually started her own business doing phlebotomy, doing blood drawing and stuff. But yeah, she worked different shifts, and then she'd do what's probably for some reason a lot of people do is kind of splits up the schedule. Because what she did is she'd go in kind of early, work part of her schedule, come home, make sure that me and my brother and sister later had dinner and everything was fine, and then to work when you get home till the wee hours and then you have to have it. The possibilities are endless. All right. Sure. Let's see. I don't, like I said, I don't have anything interesting to show you guys. I mean, a couple new people went up. I showed off the bat. I showed my hooky attack doing the Ben Cooper Halloween costume mask kind of thing. Showed that already. Most of us remember the Ben, or of that age, remember when Ben Cooper was all the rage? Every Halloween, you wanted to look like your favorite superhero, or when Star Wars was not, that was a big thing. Everybody was Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, or Princess Leia, or Chewbacca. Really? I didn't know that. Next thing you're going to tell me is when they say someone sleeps with the fishes, that doesn't mean they're actually taking a nap underwater. Oh, I was not. So why is it that you want to rub out Rosie? I don't understand. Are you think Rosie's the hitman needs to rub out one person or something? Like just like what was that movie with what's her name? It's real descriptive in that one movie with what's her name? Um, Leon the Professional or something like that with the young oh, what's her face? But she was training to be like a hit woman, hitman thing. Oh, Natalie Portman. Yeah, yeah, Natalie Portman. Yeah, this pretty scared. This was just looking like, oh, kill somebody. Yeah, sleep with the fishes, put them on ice, cement shoes. You're forgetting I used to deliver packages for Big Tony back in the day. I know all the terms. Yeah, I know all those mafia terms. You ever seen the movie Johnny Dangerously? That was a true story. That life, the kid there, that was where I lived. The orphanage was the same way too. They made a movie about my life as an orphanage, but it didn't catch on. And they gave me a name at the end, and then they decided to change it to Annie and make it a musical. And I'm really proud of it. I can't tell you how much money I gave them. I just said, you know what, fine. You don't do this story, fine. I don't, you know. They did buy me a nice lunch that day, and we went through and I, corrected the notes in the script and stuff, and made sure most of the stuff was factual, and names were changed to protect the innocent or those who are easily annoyed. So we went ahead and did that. So that was one of the things that we accomplished. I'm just rambling now. Don't be scared this time. I should name this bat Pedro. Then I can go. Pedro offers you his protection. Look, it's Aussie jerky. Yeah, the joke never gets old. You want to see a scary trick? Oh, wow, Miss you got Miss you obsessed with that now. He's gonna be going. Her mind's blown. He's gonna be going through like one of those books of baby names and seeing how many R names she can put with that. She's just gonna go. She's probably gonna spend the whole weekend doing that. Just she's gonna go to Barnes and Noble and do stuff. And it's fun. It's just unscrews. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's all right. Right in the corner. There you go. Good fun. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I know we had to play that thing in fourth grade, third or fourth grade. I actually enjoyed playing it. And then for some reason it kept disappearing. Oh man. I got where I could play it pretty well. And then I was supposed to then my mom saw that I was interested in it, so she's gonna give me piano lessons. Man, I think I know this story. I'm gonna tell it anyways, I don't care. There you go. It's Zelda Legend. Oh, there you go. You're already halfway there. Next will be Star Wars. So my that's all that I like family did. So dad wasn't supportive, but, so my stepmom tried to be supportive. So she asked me if I'd be interested in learning how to play the piano. I said, "Oh yeah, absolutely," because we knew some people who had pianos, and I was kind of asked if I just flick out the keys. So I thought I was going to learn how to play this thing. So brings this guy over and he's got a big giant box, hot cross buns. There you go. That's what happens when you pour hot water into a rabbit hole. You get hot cross buns. Bad joke, bad joke. So, anyways, this guy's in our at our house for a couple hours and talking about you know learning about how important it is to learn music and all this stuff, and it helps everything. Hello, Lisa. So he's explained to me. He goes, okay, I said, sure, okay. I was really excited, and the whole time I wondered, what this? Hey, Dusty, I'm doing over YouTube Live. StreamYard's totally let me down. So, anyways, this guy comes to give piano lessons, and he brings this big box, and I think maybe there's sheet music or something in there, or maybe even like a little layout, like has the keys, so I can know the button keys and keyboards and stuff. Anyway, he opens up the box, and he guesses what's inside the box. We're talking about learning how to play the piano, and he has a pretty good sized box. It's probably maybe, I don't know. It's probably about. It seemed giant when I was a kid. It's probably about 2 feet square. It was not a piano book. It had keys on it, but it was not a piano. That would have been good if it was a piano book, but it was a big box. It was not a baby grand piano. It was not a baby grand piano. It was an accordion, yes. Very good with you. Yeah, the guy's talking. So I'm getting all excited. Pops open the box, pulls out the accordion, and I'm like, "There's no way." This guy got me so pumped up to learn how to play the piano. And he's snapping on the accordion. He's like, "Oh yeah, you don't have keys, this and that." I don't remember if I got up and walked out of the room or if I might have stayed where I was sitting just to be polite, but I was so disconnected at that point. He tried telling me that. He tried selling me that accordion. I'm like, no way, no, no. I, I'm not playing the accordion. Who do you think I was, Steve Urkel? Come on, only nerds play the accordion. Hey, Mac, how's it going? Saw you the other night. I just turned things on quick to get a quick test. Yeah, Weird Al plays the accordion, but he's a nerd. Honestly, how many ladies has Weird Al got from playing the accordion? You think I would have met Jen if I played the accordion? I don't think so. Oh man, yeah, he does a good job on the accordion. Yeah, he plays good, but it's you know this guy who came to the house, he was way too serious about the accordion. And, I mean, it was like I don't remember if he was trying to show me jazz or polka jazz or whatever it was. I'm like, hey, how's it going, Farley? But it's just like actually, I would have rather played the bagpipes. Oh man, it's the music of me, people. Doctor. I wish this guy wasn't so abusive. He's always around. Yeah, 16 people are here because the accordion talk. Awesome. Yeah, and then I met um, I met with Lawrence Welk and I studied under him for about 17 years. You know, I formally trained under Lawrence Welk. Amazing man. I miss him all the time. No, I'm there's no way on earth I was going to play an accordion. I'm like, I'm not going to be a nerd. Still, I became nerdy in other ways, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, accordions. Yeah, accordions are kind of expensive. Yeah. I know a couple people who have them and they learned how to play them and they went. Now they're right where they belong in the closet. That's $390 too much. Oh no, 11.99 must have pearl keys or something. One another instrument that looked pretty cool. I'm not saying accordion is cool, but one instrument that I always thought was kind of cool was a what they call a hurdy gurdy. There you go. I thought you were going to say they sold your car and left the accordion on the curb. Oh, there too. Nice. I like that. I like Hey, Paulina, how's it going? Oh, he's got a squeeze box. Yep. Oh, yeah. Saxophone. Oh, there you go, saxophone. For some reason, that's another instrument that I just I can't. I don't know. I think the reason is every time I've seen a saxophone player, they always had an attitude like, "Look at me! I'm the star of the show. I can play the saxophone," and they always like have to go front center stage and take a solo that sounds like they're strangling a cat. Like, okay, okay, I've had enough of this. All right. Oh, there you go. Yeah, jokes. Yeah, sometimes you hear jokes. It's like, oh, that's pretty good. So I told a guy at work this joke the other day that there's a guy who loved tuna fish sandwiches. It's not raised before. He loved tuna fish sandwiches, and they used to have a cat, but the cat had passed away. So there's still some cat food left over. Well, she accidentally put a can of tuna flavored cat food into the mix and mixed it up. And she didn't realize it was a mistake until later. She saw the can of cat food. And she went to apologize to her husband. And he goes, "Oh, you remember that tuna sandwich you made me at lunchtime?" She goes, "Oh, yeah, I was going to talk to you about that." He goes, "I don't know what you did, but that is the best sandwich I've ever had my whole life." She goes, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Oh, whatever you did, just keep making that way. That was the best sandwich I've ever had." Oh, it's really weird. So she goes to the store and she knows some people that work at the store, and they see her buying this cat food, and they know her and they know that the cat passed away, and they go, "Why are you buying cat food? You guys get a new cat?" And she goes, "Oh no, it's for Harry." He goes, "Harry? Your husband, Harry?" And she's, "Oh yeah, he loves it. He likes it better than regular tuna fish. He says it's the greatest thing." And first of all, you can't feed him cat food. It's gonna kill him. So, well, it's already been a couple weeks and he looks better than he ever has. So some time goes by and lady comes back in the store. It's about 5, 6 months later, and she sees her friend. She's all, "How's everything going?" She goes, "Not good, not good at all." She goes, "What happened?" She goes, "Well, Harry passed away." She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Was it the cat food?" She goes, "No, no, the cat food was fine. The problem is he fell off the cat tree and broke his neck." There you go. The mystery appetizer, exactly. Yeah, I remember that Extreme Cheapskate show. Um, uh, that was way too much. Yeah. I like the guy who was like always taking his wife to nice places if he had coupons, like the movie theater if he had a 2-for-1 coupon, and then he'd run through the trash can to find a soda and a popcorn box because they knew they had free refills. I mean, obviously, he knew that those were staged because of health codes and violations and whatnot. They couldn't reuse somebody else's stuff. But it was just the idea that this guy was so cheap that he's finding some stranger's stuff to give to his wife that she has popcorn. Or there's the lady who used to cook the lasagna in her dishwasher because she didn't want to use electricity running the oven and doing the dishes at the same time. Oh yeah, that guy. I think he wore a suit, didn't he? I think I think the guy that had the cart. I think he had a giant hot dog suit or something. It was like, yeah. Usually they find the people who are the most over the top to be on those shows because I guess it makes TV. So, yeah. Whatever happened to? There's a guy that I only know about him because I heard this guy Cinnamon Toast Ken talking about it all the time. There's a guy that was on some reality show named Big Ed, and that guy he was another one. Yeah, it's great. Everybody knows it. Some people believe some of this stuff. 90 Day Fiance. There you go. Yeah, some of those shows. And then there was the one show. Man, it was. If you're familiar with the book Lord of the Flies, it was like they tried to recreate Lord of the Flies in a small western town. With the kid, it was like Survivor meets Lord of the Flies. I forget what the show was, but these kids they divided into four different teams, and they were supposed to be responsible for doing all the work in this. It was like a ghost town or something. I forget what that was. Yeah, but it was like first it started off. Oh, we're gonna have fun being living like pioneers, and when the truth started sitting in, they're like ready to turn on each other, and so it was like, wow, this is a bit too much. That was pretty wild. Some of those reality shows are crazy. Then there's the life swap shows that always have the two extremes and stuff. Entertainment TV, extreme coupon. There you go. Some of those people they do pretty good. Oh, can you imagine? There you go. Should have made it happen. Yeah. Oh, you and Ram. Okay. You and Ram are in love. Oh, the Goth family. Yes, that was awesome. Uh, I saw those people. The Goth people. I go, those people would be pretty cool for neighbors, you know. But the other people are just so wound up over everything. Some of those shows, and just like, wow. And they have a rule book for everything and stuff. Oh, there you go. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom. Light goes with everything. I mean, it's just there's some people that I met. They try too hard to be gothic and or what they think gothic should be, and they're all moody and depressed and stuff. And other people are just living their life, and they like black stuff, and they like bats, and they like scary stuff. Some people are, and then it's like you have the Victorian type goth where they wear velvety clothing and guys have fancy walking sticks, top hats and stuff. And, there's other people that just wear all black with their black creepers or Doc Martens and stuff. I mean, I just find myself wearing black t-shirts all the time. Just that's what I got. Yeah, you got the traditional goth and stuff too, the '80s goth. That's kind of more. I don't know. It depends. I kind of look at that more kind of like post-punk or dark wave. There's a lot of people that will actually like the look, but when it comes to the music, they don't want to have anything to do with the music. They're all, man, this music's really, really getting to me. It's really depressing. Or they might like the music, but they don't like the look. It's whatever. It's interesting. learn something new about different people and the different things they do, and they're pretty entertaining. Yeah, yeah. Some of those people go all out on stuff like that. Speaking of, yeah, I always have interesting books on different. I am not seeing it now. Oh, here it is. I have a book for everything. I have like a big note. But like I started off earlier tonight showing I got this in the mail recently. Tom Savini, special effects and art makeup. He's done so many movies and films and stuff. It's incredible. And then showed up this great purchase that I bought when I was making videos. I was wanting to make crafts and stuff. This I found a receipt that I paid 75 cents for it, and you can make birds and suits of armor and wax casting. This was like a pretty thorough book for doing like plays and stuff and how to make wigs. Yeah, how to make swords and shields and non-working firearms. It's a pretty cool book. I think I paid 75 bucks for not 75 bucks, 75 cents for this book, and it talks about molding and paper mache and different things. But when somebody brought up steampunk, here's gadgets and Gizmo. I remember when I paid for this. I think I got this on Amazon, but it's showing you how to. Hey, good to see you, unknown 999. You know, find a 2 o'clock doesn't work. Take all the bits out of it and throw them on a scrap of leather. Here's this thing. Like they found an old book and they kind of put like a gauge on it and some knobs and some other things, some straps. And it's just kind of a cool thing. But this thing goes. Well, this one is like real thorough when it talks about. Find the beginning of this. Where's it now? There's a whole chapter on making toggle, and it covers everything. What type of material to make it out of, wrapping it with leather, cutting it in half, putting the holes vents so it doesn't clog up when you're trying to wear them, how to stitch the leather onto the thing to make them padded where they go around your eyes. Well, that's step 6. It goes real thorough. Put leather so it doesn't scratch your eye too much. Have I tried making these yet? No. Will I? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. You get a little bit further down in there. Okay. And that's about it. And then how to find gauges. It talks about going to like swap meets and junk sales and finding old gauges and stuff. Put them onto stuff. This one thing I thought was like really cool. When you first look at the raw materials here, all that's not going to look like anything. But look at that arm. Professor Grimlord's Mark I Superior replacement arm with integrated Gatling gun attachment. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But then it's like, you think, wow, look at all that metal that they got in there. But then it's made out of plastic. You're like, what? It's bogus. It's made out of plastic. That thing's cheap. I don't want to see anymore. But then it shows you how to make the rest of it and stuff and cover it and you paint it. And the thing with that spray paint is you can do a lot of stuff. Look at this. How this thing's made out of like the stuff right here. Well, right here. If you ever look under your kitchen sink, you'll see those parts. I don't recommend that you take those to make a really cool steampunk arm. You can get that stuff at Home Depot. Don't go messing with the sink or mom's going to get mad at you. And it's all primered. It looks like terracotta. Then after you paint it up, see, that's looking more like what it's supposed to look like. Right, there we go. Can't see where the camera is. It looks backwards to me. All right. Just turn off the water first. Exactly. But see, they have it looking all. They have like pipes run into it and stuff, and it's just hosing, or sometimes they'll get like the water hoses for like a hot water heater or something else, or copper pipes or something. If you know somebody doing some remodeling, you can get some stuff. I think if you find stuff that's already been used and it has a little bit of age on it, would look more authentic. But there's different techniques that people use for aging stuff. Or you can have fancy chapeau. Look at this guy's pith helmet. It has a little cannon on top of it and all the spiky things. Yeah. Wartburg's armored pith helmet from Legends finest purveyor of defensive and collective haberdashery. Oh yeah, there you go. People be still in PVC pipes. I love making stuff out of PVC. It's like I didn't think I would have as much fun as I do, but I've made microphone stands out of PVC pipe. I've got the stand right now that my cameras are actually attached to out of out of PVC pipe. I always have little of it here and then so this backdrop here, I'll just leave a little bit of it. You can see, move my head out of the way. It's made of PVC pipe. Made myself a stand. Got some clamps at top up there. Holds everything in place. Gives a nice professional look. Well, maybe not so much nice, but it does give you a different look. Because sometimes you just get bored of people looking around you, seeing your room and stuff, and you want to kind of separate things. Oh, okay, so there you go. You have PVC stuff, and then like I said with my backdrop, I get these things here. You get these at Harbor Freight. I gotta do it all the kids do. Show my dry hands and all the just a spring clip goes around the 3/4 PVC pipe. And they've got a really cool cutter. I don't know how you cut it with me. But I've got like 3 or 4 of them. It's still up and functional, and the twins are 23. Hopefully they're not messing with the AC unit at 23. But it's good to have the fence. And it's like it's so cheap and it's versatile and stuff. I mean, this backdrop that I have here, the frame for it, I think it cost me about, with the fittings and everything, probably like maybe $8. I've made guitar stands that hold multiple guitars out of PVC pipe, and all kinds of stuff. It's good stuff, fun stuff. What else? Yeah, what do you do with that moving around too much? Yeah, it won't mess it. Well, like I said, I got my camera rather than being on a tripod. It's just a regular webcam, and I can move it however I want it, and it's just on a little. You can see the pivots. Fun with pipes. Yep, fun with pipes. There you go. Yeah, I would. I always look for fun stuff. Like I said, when I was making videos, I was doing stuff with PVC pipe, making props and dummies, and different glue noodles, PVC pipes, old clothes. Um, yeah, yeah. Just try to do. I like when I used to make my eldest videos and stuff. I was always trying to find stuff to make props out of, and without spending a whole lot of money. Made the night hollow. But yeah, it's good fun. You just have to have imagination and see what you can turn something into. Like I did a video of this guy going to the dentist and having some teeth extracted. So I went to the 99-cent store when they're still around, but Dollar Tree has them. I got like a baking pan and some dishes and some, well, not dishes, but like a little stainless steel cat dish and some tongs and some other stuff and a bag of grape nuts. Or not grape nuts, corn nuts. Thank you, corn nuts. So I made teeth out of the corn nuts, put some fake blood in there, and made a video where it looked like I was pulling out some guy's teeth and dropping them with the tongs after I dipped them in the blood off camera, and I was kind of like, "Plunk." I sent that to somebody. It's good to see you too. Why did you change your name there, Soul Hater? Uh, that is who it is. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I recognized your avatar there. Oh, now how do I get back? There we go. Yeah, it's good seeing you. Good seeing you. It just clicked right now. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's fun to mess around with stuff, make stuff, and just keeps my little mind occupied. I don't always have my handy fidget spinner, so I gotta find other stuff to do. I'm gonna find some more projects in there. I can't find anything right now. Um, yeah, I've made light stands out of PVC pipe, and I'll put one of these lamps on there where I won't blind you with the light bulb. I'll make a bunch of, not a bunch. I'll make a few stands, and I'll put lights in different areas to shine in different areas to light up what side of my face it needs lighting. Or I'll just hold it under my chin and tell a spooky story. Once upon a time, in the haunted city, ghost like this. Enough of being done with that. Put that back up there. Yeah. And like whenever anybody's telling this, we did always turn the flashlight and try to make certain parts of their face bright and make their eyes look all blacked out and stuff. Okay, whatever. Oh, whatever. So it's the weekend. Don't know what everybody has planned. I guess is I shall be doing. We got Halloween decorations to keep on for the most part. Do some tidying up around here. I think I'm gonna redo my streaming area so I have a little bit more room. Like I said, the backdrop's like right here. It's like I just put my elbow like really neat right there behind. To give myself some more room to do stuff, and I don't know if I work out to have enough room, I could probably get back into doing some green screen stuff. That was fun. Love the bat. Oh, you haven't seen the bat fly, did you? I think I showed you the bat. He flies. Yep. The amazing flying bat. That was pretty cool. I think this might be our second one. The other one's out there. Yeah, I bought him at Spirit Halloween, and then when we moved, I thought we lost him. I bought another one, and then when we're looking for some other stuff, we just came across it. Oh, here's a bat. Why did we buy another one? Oh, maybe one was broke. Now we both work. Well, got two bats. Cool. Uh, now I just need to find a bell tower to keep them in. Seldom serious. Yeah, that guy with the flute. Oh, Jack Wild. Oh, what was his name? Jimmy. Jimmy, that was his name. The flute. I keep wanting to call the kid Freddie, but Freddie was the flute. Freddie the flute. Which interesting thing. Some of those shows we watched as kids used to recycle characters. So Witchy Poo, the actress, was also the genie from Lidsville. I don't know if anybody knew that or not. Billy Hayes, not the guy that says Billy Hayes here. No, different Billy Hayes. Like he played Richie Poo. He also played in Lidsville. I don't know if you were. That was another Sid and Marty Krofft creation where people lived in giant hats or helmets. And the star of that show was Butch Patrick. Well, some people might say Charles Nelson Riley, who played a voodoo, the guy that was always after. His name Mark on the show. It's been a while since I've seen that show. But yeah, everybody lived in hats, and yeah, that was Butch Patrick, otherwise known as Eddie Munster. And if you ever wonder what happened to him after the Munsters went off the air, he became a Sid Marty Krofft superstar. Yeah. Me and Jen used to watch all those shows independently. They didn't know it till later, but we'd talk. Oh, you remember that show? Oh yeah, I used to watch all the time. Doctor Shrinker, Wonderbug, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, and the guy from Sigmund and the Sea Monsters was Johnny Whitaker from Family Affair. These child actors, they just went from one thing to another. Yeah. What happened to Puff? Did I drop him? Oh, I dropped him. Yeah. He has good times. I don't know if people were more creative back then and just did a lot more. A little bit of both, maybe. I don't know. But then later they went to cartoons. Probably cheaper to make, and you don't have to. When you do cartoons, you don't have to argue with the actors. There's still a little bit of voice work, but you don't have one person not liking the other. They just come in, read their lines, and you can have someone else read their lines in another one. It is what it is. Something like that. But ooh, I'm going to be in training pretty soon. I have this handy thing. Got this for Christmas a couple years ago. Haven't had a chance really to try it out yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's the On the Streets breakdancing mat. It includes two flat cardboard boxes, gives you dimensions, and a roll of yeah, your windmills and your spins and all that cool stuff. Nice. Uh, Gotta keep your traditions alive, right? Do back spins, yep. Head spins, back spins. See now, if that woman that took part in the Olympics this last time, one from Australia, had this kit, she wouldn't have had to resort to doing all those crazy moves like the handstands and all the other stuff. She would have actually had some decent skills. You know, she wouldn't have been disqualified. Kind of what else? Might be interesting. Kids always want to see stuff. I don't know what I have to show now. I always run out of stuff to show. Trying to find something that's more unique and that people haven't seen yet. So the stuff on the cotton reading all that stuff. Um, right, right, you know, I've shown the alien book multiple times, so I don't need to drag that thing back out. You know, I've shown the zombie assault vehicle. It's like a Kingsman that shows you how to. It's funny. No, I bought this at Walmart. It's just says night. He came home. So yeah, I forgot log I had that up. What's up? No, you showed my Tom Savini. Mm, I need to get back into videos and stuff. I do live streaming. I mean, I had done did one thing, a couple things last year, and didn't do anything for about a year. So I need to get back into the swing of doing that again. And then I also want to get back into doing videos. And I know there's a lot of people who are superstitious about different things. I got this thing I thought I could use to get some ideas to do stuff like this guy here. Where is it? mentally bend spoons using telekinesis. I tried doing that with a plastic spoon and it broke. I tried doing it one time with a wooden spoon, and then I just ended up doing myself. You know, there's people that buy into UFOs, superstitions. So it's, Grim Reaper. I actually have a hat that looks similar to that and a mask and stuff. I should have dressed up like the plague doctor. I could have. Oh well. Oh well. There's other times, right? Many strange. Whole section this book on vampires, werewolves, zombies, and more. I don't know what the more is because that pretty much covers everything. So I don't know what else they're talking about. And then there are the pyramids, Stonehenge, Easter Island, all these things built by aliens? Really? Oh man. There's people that actually believe these are like landmarkers for visitors to come from other planets. They know their directions. They don't have GPS. They just look for these different things to find their way around. Take a left at the Sphinx. You go to the pyramids, you got a little bit too far back up. Did you ever notice like alien abduction? It seems like that was big in like the 50s and 60s. You see like how they're dressed. You don't see a whole lot of that stuff going on these days, but maybe we're overdue. Maybe we're overdue for alien encounters or something. It's the Bermuda Triangle. Ships and planes disappear there mysteriously. The navigation equipment is wonky and headline, and you get lost. And you end up in the watery abyss that's known as the Bermuda Triangle. Oh man! You see this guy here? There's a. It kind of reminds me of if you've ever seen a Plan 9 from outer space. That UFO was it right there. Looks like a hubcap off an early Ford or something glued together. Well, you see this guy here? Supposedly he found wreckage of an alien spacecraft. To me, it just looks like a bunch of crumpled up aluminum foil. He was trying to make one of those canning things that the people used to use in the 60s. They'd put a piece of cardboard in the easel, or usually a piece of metal to do self tanning, but he's trying to make one out of like Mr. Black. The blue's not different. He says that's from an alien spacecraft. So whatever. Or an old lamp. Could be an old lamp too. That's about Not really a whole lot of stuff in here. I thought there'd be more, but it's the same stuff you see in other books. Okay, nothing really all that interesting. I was hoping a little bit more pictures I could use. Nothing, nothing really too exciting this year. I'm gonna need to find some more stuff. Mm. Yeah, I was talking earlier about I was wanting to make different sets in our garage for filming different things. And here's another book I picked up at my local library. I think I paid $1 for this one. I know I got this at Goodwill. Let's see the sticker down there. It's $1.99. But it shows things. It's a pretty cool book. Shows how they take brick walls and stuff. And things. It's all. It's, yeah, shit. You're good, dude. You're good. But one of the things I found really interesting as I was reading through this book is it's primarily set up for stages where they do plays and stuff. One thing that never occurred to me, I'm thinking of like when they show buildings and stuff about 90-degree angles, you're looking at a wall flat on and stuff. But from the perspective of the audience, where they're sitting, they have to actually put stuff kind of at a slight angle. You look at the angles are kind of weird from where the bottom line is like the edge of the stage. And you can see how they set stuff up to have it. And they also have ways for people to kind of get in and out without being seen walking across the stage from behind things and different things. I just thought it was pretty cool, informational kind of thing. And see how they have the chair and tables and kind of, and all this stuff is like the things that they call flats. It's just like it's like what they show on the front. It's like a piece of formica that's painted up and it has all this support ridging and stuff and hold doors and stuff. So I don't know. I maybe I'm a nerd. I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought it would kind of me making videos and stuff to try to have people go, wow, that's cool. Where's that place at? Oh, it's in my garage. I filmed stuff with my phone at the mall and other places and stuff. And they go, wow, where's that? Oh, it's the mall. It's a stairway when you go downstairs where the office buildings and stuff are. Oh, never thought of filming that. Anyway, I'm running out of things to say. 3 hours. I wasn't planning on 3 hours. 3 hours and 33 minutes. And it's good seeing everybody. I know everybody has a lot of stuff that's been going on here. But still, thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. Um, yeah, like I said, I apologize for not being on here more. I don't have an excuse other than laziness, I guess. I will try to get on here more often. Drink more water. That's really about it. I don't know what else you guys want to see, want to hear. I could have hung this up tonight. So I guess. A little scared. Yeah. Oh, think that's about it. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she's not feeling good right now, but thank you for that. Yeah. Good to see you too. Have to do more of these so have more people coming around. I know in the past I've stretched these things out for like 5 hours or more. That's a lot to expect out of people, especially people living in different time zones. I know this is late for some people right now because it's 6 or 7 in the morning. And sometimes you have people coming out from New Zealand where it's like the start of their afternoon or something. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. I guess I'm just going to call it a night and hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. And we'll see you guys real soon. Much love from me and Jen to you guys. Thank you for popping in. I know this is kind of a spur of the moment, and then also the original link I had, wasn't working. But I need to go over all that again. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time real soon. See you guys around. Bye bye. Trying to do my Aussie. Jared! Just kidding. All right. Good night, everybody. Good morning or guten tag or whatever.